It is
I'm so excited
getting
about
difficult
that.
to deny the fact that you have seen now 2 creatures from the Mwangi. You feel emboldened, and you all level up.
Yes, again.
You see a shiny mass behind the pile of rubble, speckled with bits of stone and debris as it begins to ooze out from behind the pile. It is going to attempt to engulf Nineveh, Alec, Nyrin, and Krilk in its path. And with its last movement, it wiggles forward and slams itself onto Krilk. As this ooze slams itself into Krilk, his body begins to stiffen, and you are paralyzed.
Nineveh explodes.
Yay.
Oh my god!
All creatures within a 5-foot radius of Nineveh, which unfortunately includes Alec, are now going to take 3d6 fire damage.
Being a reformed vegan.
Oh, is that what it's called?
No, but having been vegan before, I honestly, there are not many. There are a lot of vegetables that I don't like, and there aren't many fruits that I like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a struggle because I don't like cucumber. I absolutely fucking hate cucumber.
I like cucumber.
I don't like watermelon. I don't like strawberries. I'm allergic to a lot of fruit.
Citrus, right?
I'm allergic to citrus. I still eat it, but it gives me, like, it makes my mouth hurt. So, like, everyone will always be like, oh, vegan rabbit food, and I'm like, no, I eat a lot of potatoes.
Yeah.
Because that's like
And beans.
The main thing I would eat was potatoes, and then processed fake meats.
How long were you a vegan?
Oh,
I'd love that people used to say vegan rabbit food, and you're over here like, what do you eat? You
I
eat
know.
kale?
I know.
You eat kale, you fucking bitch.
It's because we were talking about
She's
McDonald's.
projecting.
We were talking about McDonald's, and then Zach was like, "Oh yeah, I had McDonald's the other day. I haven't had it in a long time." I'm like, "Yeah, well, what do you eat, kale?" And that's how this conversation started, because Zach looks like an old person trying to be a hipster.
What is it? What? How? I'm curious. I'm curious.
Wow.
How? Where? Is it because the hat is backwards?
Where?
What if I flipped it the other direction?
I think it's your torn folded sleeve.
Yeah, and the denim jacket.
This one right here.
It's just chilly outside.
And the tortoiseshell glasses. Yeah.
These are not tortoiseshell.
Sounds like we're making it up, but he's actually wearing all of this. Those are
Okay, all right. Let's take in everybody else's attire real quick. Okay.
Well, I haven't shaved the sides of my head, so I look like George Washington.
Yeah, the George Washington haircut with the man bun earlier. Okay,
My hair's down now.
it's
all
down now.
pretty.
Okay.
My shirt's very appropriate for Nyrin. Have you seen my shirt?
Yeah, Iman.
Amon's wearing a Jurassic Park T-shirt that says "All my friends are dead."
Yeah, you're dad. Cody's in
Cargo
just like a
shorts.
black cutoff, so I mean, it's neutral. I can't
Okay.
really go at that.
What is it?
What's this? You have like your little. You've got like it says beep 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 on it.
Oh yeah, it's I'm just wearing the Julian Solomita merch, the
Bepa, bepa,
Aries
bepa.
merch sweatshirt.
Bip, bip, bip.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's not hipster
Aries,
at all.
cool.
That's not.
And then what else? What else?
And then what? Leggings. And what are those? Are those Uggs?
They're slippers
Are those Uggs?
because I want to be comfortable today. All right.
Your hair looks like a witch.
Oh, thanks. But I also know that like Lexi is a very healthy person. So then I think that you also eat healthy.
You're wrong. No, I mean, I think we eat as best we can. In terms of like we try to have some vegetables at dinner, but we also eat like deep dish pizza and and we eat. I think we eat, especially with like the holidays and shit. We've eaten pretty unhealthy lately, but
Good.
I think most people assume the same shit as like vegans. If you're a vegetarian, that like all you eat is quinoa and kale.
Yeah, and they don't expect you to eat cooked food at all.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
the
not going.
fucking
Yeah,
worst.
I'm not going off of the vegetarian thing. I'm going off of solely that you look like an old person trying to look like a hipster.
You look like you would go to a coffee house and order avocado toast.
Felicia,
And
you know
probably
Zach is
would.
sensitive about his platform Birkenstocks. You don't have to put them on blast.
I don't have Birkenstocks. I left those at home.
Oh, I see that you've moved on from the moccasins.
I do. These are skateboard shoes because now, oh god damn it, I am an old man trying to be young.
But check it. They're suede, so they feel like moccasins.
But they are actually used, so I get my old ass on a skateboard because it's fun.
Yeah, Zach has a whole ramp in his garage and stuff.
I know. I remember.
That's just. Look, dude, I will agree. With the old man energy because I am an old man.
But the question was.
But I don't understand. How does that relate to my diet? Okay, let's see.
Do you like
A lot of prunes.
Do you like
A lot of
kale?
prunes and a lot of vinyl.
The question-
Vinyl.
You eat vinyl?
No, yes, I eat vinyl. No, I eat
My God, he
prunes.
is a hipster.
I eat prunes while listening to vinyl.
Yeah, fuck
No.
I just love the moment of recognition in the middle of it, like, oh fuck, I am an old man.
An old man hipster.
The question is, do you like kale?
No, I do not.
Do
I
you
don't think
like
anybody
I don't really
quinoa?
like
kale.
I don't. Quinoa's okay. Only in the sense that like
I like
it's,
quinoa.
Quinoa's okay
Hate
in
quinoa.
that like it'll work as like a lot of like
It's filler.
veggie burgers have quinoa in them, and so it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like a rice derivative.
Yeah, it's a rice
So it
replace.
doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
quinoa is fine when it's where you would expect it. You know what I mean? Like I've had like seared salmon on a bed of quinoa and wilted spinach, and like that shit's fucking delicious.
I
but
need
it's
soy
like
sauce with my quinoa.
when
dog.
they put it somewhere weird, that's where it's problematic.
yeah.
Like when we went to Spiral and they're like, "Here's our fucking nachos," and their nachos are laden with quinoa. And
Yeah.
it's like,
No.
why is there quinoa
Yeah, 'cause they use-
on my fucking nachos?
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
use
that's weird as
quinoa as a ground beef substitute, which it's like the thing that gets me is like they also have like really good vegan bacon, so it's like, why don't you just use like really
Yeah.
good vegan ground beef? Because that's the thing. Although I'm not vegan anymore, I still love some vegan food, like vegan processed meats, especially like Impossible.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When you asked
I
me
prefer
what
it.
my main diet is, it's shit like that. Like we eat a lot of like Impossible burgers, or like a lot of. There's just so many fake options that we eat now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
can you give me another round? Give me another round.
No, like I fuck with Impossible.
Dude,
I prefer to
Impossible's
make
fucking
Impossible
good. Like,
burgers over
yeah.
regular.
Because
Yeah.
like even like one of my favorite foods is taco salad, which I've whispered the recipe in one of the recordings just to myself.
Gonna have
but
to listen
into
to them
the
all to
mic.
find out.
It's probably not part of the recording anymore, but and we may not have even been recording actually. But like my taco salad, I always like still to this day prefer to use Boca crumbles over anything else, like even over Impossible, because like Boca crumbles, it's just textured vegetable protein. It's basically like tiny bits of bread, but I love Boca crumbles in that. Like for me, now that I have been vegan, I was vegan to answer your question. I think I was vegan for like 4 years.
That's it?
I think so.
Well, there were-
I felt
there
like
were
you
breaks
a
here
vegan.
and there.
I felt like
When
you were
I-
vegan
Oh,
much
longer.
longer.
During my veganism,
Because
there
you
were
wouldn't
no-
shut
there
up
was
about it.
No
She was
break.
vegetarian for
Like 10 years.
10 years,
Oh, okay,
and
that
then
makes
vegan
sense.
for 4.
Okay.
But-
I had breaks in veganism.
Yeah, I didn't have any breaks in my veganism until the very end, where I started making exceptions for like for Zach's wedding. I had some of the cake because I'm like, I want to be a part of it, like I want to celebrate. And then for your mom's birthday, Emad, I also had some of her cake, and that was kind of like the starting of me being like, you know what, there are things that I want to eat that.
Cake.
And I'm a
He wants cake.
No, honestly,
You don't even like sweets.
no, I don't like sweets, which we were talking about McGriddles before. They're too sweet for me. But like there are things like I'm Mexican, and a lot of
just
my
shove it in everybody's face.
Oh gosh.
Can't stop talking about how you're Mexican.
My white fragility.
shut up. But like my family, they all have very like specific, like we're from. You're gonna make fun of me. We're from the Sonoran region, so
Just so the audience can know too, you're wearing a sombrero right now, and
yeah.
It's
And I
the
got
kind
my-
that's like made out of a chip, and there's guacamole on
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
of her head.
And I grew up my mustache.
I wish she would sit closer to me because I'm hungry.
It's
fried
only
hat.
for viewing. It's actually not.
she's got a
love a
mariachi
fried
band
tortilla
standing
It's
behind
gonna
her.
get
as
soggy.
well.
You have to eat it.
They're waiting. They're
They're
waiting.
waiting.
For my
They'll- yeah.
sign. But like from the Sonoran region, there is like very specific like flavors that it's difficult to get here in Texas, and I've just missed it so much ever since my parents moved away. So I just want to have like some of the flavors of my family. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna do it. I did it.
Nice, man. Nice.
Thanks.
No, Emad, every time in this intro that P speaks, play some light mariachi in the
Yes,
background.
yeah. Just bring it out
You
slowly.
should actually start it right when they started clapping in tune. Zach was watching Matt's hands so he could clap.
I
in
was
time.
trying. I was gonna do a double beat on him, but he stopped because he fucking trails off all the time.
Oh, shut up.
Emad, I actually want you to add just like some light mariachi behind every time I talk. Every single time. Just to keep
Just for this intro.
Just for everyone to know.
If there's some hipster music out there, you can give me some like Natural Milk Hotel or
Yes.
Try to
something.
find some
Give me some shit like
non-copyrighted
that
stuff.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm neurodivergent, so when I'm speaking, have things go boing, 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 boing as I'm speaking. Thank you.
Don't do anything to me.
And I promise I won't trail off.
The only person I'll do it to now is Cody.
Yeah, just Cody.
Just Cody now.
Yeah.
All of those things at the same time, only when I talk.
It's just a fucking chaos.
What kind of a robot is this?
No, for when Cody's talking, just do just like a
Absence of sound.
The THX sound.
yeah.
Wah.
Yeah. And then for when you're talking, do like the kind of thing that triggers people's tinnitus. The
Oh God! Oh God! Oh, that reminds me. I was listening to a podcast. I need to look it up. I did the normal thing people do. They get online and they say, "Oh, I'm going to self-diagnose myself." I have this thing where I'm listening to a podcast. It's a good podcast, but the host I had to stop listening to because he constantly like makes a lollipop sound. Like it sounds like he's eating a lollipop.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, like it usually
Sorry.
that happens when somebody's going to say, but like while another person is talking, you hear him going, I don't want to do that.
So he does like a suck pop type
need
thing
it,
with
yeah.
his mouth.
I need a better editor. That's what that is.
It's just constant and
stop.
it's a good podcast, but I had to stop because just the sound of it makes me want to strangle a baby.
Mhm.
It puts you into a rage. It's crazy.
A baby
Yes,
in particular.
specific.
It's that bad of a sound. It makes you want to
Yeah.
commit
I gotcha.
infanticide.
Yeah, but I don't remember what we were talking about.
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was listening to a podcast, and I won't say who because I really like the band, but it was a dude. No, don't even put that in. I don't want this to get to the band. But one of the guys just kept on saying, "You know what I mean? You know what I mean?" Because they
Oh,
got
God.
they got really high, and he was like, "So this and this, you know what I mean?" And it became a tick for him, and I'm like, "Oh no, I hope I don't do that."
And that's what it is. It's a tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found it. It's called misophonia. People with misophonia are affected emotionally by common sounds, usually those made by others and usually ones that people don't pay attention to. The examples above are breathing, yawning, chewing.
Oh,
chewing.
dude. Oh, my God. Okay, chewing
Like-
is fucking... That makes me crazy. So I understand the killing a baby.
You know,
Because I love my
why-
wife, but she chews like a motherfucker. And
You don't want to kill her. You want to kill
That's-
someone's child.
that's why
I want
when
to
you
kill
go to-
our child when we have a child. I'll kill our baby.
yeah.
That's why when you go to a restaurant, they play music and stuff.
Yeah.
Like to avoid that because...
No, it's not even her fault. It's just like it's like a heightened. It's almost like a heightened awareness
Yes.
Yes,
of
yeah,
the
that's
sound
exactly
that
what it
makes
is.
you crazy.
No, legit. That's why I cannot.
God,
If
I
you
hate
guys
that.
haven't noticed, if we're eating, I have to put something
Mm-hmm.
on the computer because I can't stand the sound in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's just most things. That's why I always have like 3 screens going on.
Oh, that happens to me whenever
I'm neurodivergent.
there are some times when I can feel my heartbeat in my neck
Oh, dude.
and I want to die.
Ah.
It just makes me want to die. I'm like, I need to make it stop.
That's how I am when
Smoking
I
too
have an
much pot.
energy drink.
But that's good. That's good. It makes you go fast.
Fast.
But like, I have headphones that wrap around my neck. Not all, they like drape around my neck,
Yeah.
and I can like feel it moving them
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it just with your neck specifically?
just with my neck.
Yeah, because I can, if I'm like laying down or I'm like meditating, sometimes I don't like if I can hear my heart, hear my heart beating, which is nuts because I don't want the alternative, where my heart doesn't beat.
He
So
meditates, you guys.
no. This okay. God damn it. Fuck it. Yes. When
I mean,
I'm meditating, I use an app.
Thing is, I back all of the things that Zach does, except I just don't have the willpower to do them myself. But meditate, yes, please.
Hey, boy, you ride this dick, man.
I'll ride that dick forever.
Thanks. It's nice.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that
It's a
he's-
fine dick.
Felicia, listen. Okay,
just
I don't have a
saying
culture. I don't have a culture
that
to
he's
fall
a
back on. Okay,
hipster.
so I have to. My identity is through my hipsterism. You understand that?
You understand?
You understand that?
Feeling me?
You feel it? How do you say? How do you say?
Comprendo.
Como se dice?
Arribe,
Como se
arribe.
How do you say como se dice?
It's
El burro sabe más que tú.
tú comprende?
Mm.
You understand?
Comprendes.
No, for real though, I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm hating on your Hispanic culture. I'm definitely not. I actually, when I was saying like, oh, it must be dope to have like a culture. Like I mean that legitimately because I feel like sometimes with like being like the white guy, I don't really know where like my family comes from.
I just have new metal.
I just
Ohio.
oh, Ohio. No, I'm serious. Like I think I got like a little Irish, but I want to like figure out. That's how I know I'm getting
That's
older.
the problem with
where
white.
I'm like, oh, I want to figure out like where my family came from and shit like that.
I'm just grateful my grandparents got old first, and then they went and did that, so I don't have to.
Yeah, because you know most of your shit, right? Yeah. See, I don't really know much about mine.
Yeah, and on my mom's side of the family, my grandmother's family came from Spain and France.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my dad's side, my grandmother her family came directly from Spain. And then my grandpa on my dad's side, his family came from Ireland and settled in Indiana. And then he was born in Indiana, and then they moved south.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know where. I think grandpa is French English. So I've got everything. It's all of it. Like it's not like, oh well, I'm 7/16 Cherokee or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But predominantly my family is French Spaniard
Mm-hmm.
and then Irish English.
Yeah. I mean, like, as far as my like background as a person from my papa's side, it's like all the way back to Wales.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like
yeah.
all of that stuff is known. From my mom's side, it's like, well, Mexican. That's it. That's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Anything past my grandmother, we don't really know. There are some things that we know about my great grandmother, but she was a pretty private person.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know about any of that other than I used to hang out at like across the border, and that there is Mexican, Sonoran Mexican, and that my grandmother used to live in Mexico. I don't know where she was born. I don't know where my mama Lisa was born.
Fee, just use the white side of you and do 23andMe. Take that white part of you that wants to know all of your cultures and do 23andMe.
This shit doesn't work. My mom did it, and it's just like all of Europe. Just, you're pasty white. Like, that's all it is.
But she is.
Yeah, I know. But, like,
That
it's just
sounds
like,
mean, but
percentage
she's
this,
like-
percentage
Well,
that, percentage
so-
this. It's like, okay, so I didn't have to pay for this service. I know that I'm...
But it's,
Well, you're
but it's
not,
different.
though.
All right. I didn't do it. They take your DNA. They use that shit. It's in the government.
They own it. They like own
Conspiracies,
it.
man.
Yeah, I go.
Conspiracies. They're
That's
gonna
That's
where
what I
clone
was
you.
waiting for.
They're gonna clone you, man.
But homie,
No, they clone. They're turning the frogs gay.
Turn the frogs gay.
if you have a cell phone, you're owned. They can find you wherever the fuck you
Yeah,
are.
and like
Like, don't kill anybody. You're gonna
whatever.
get caught.
Dude, they don't even hide it anymore. It's just like, tell us about this restaurant you were at 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I didn't even
when
Google the restaurant.
Google pops up. Complete your timeline. Get fucked, Google. Get out of here. Get out of my
but,
life.
like
I want to do a 23andMe.
We could share one.
Mix your spit.
So last time we played, there was kind of a lot going on at once. We're in this area. It's almost like
We're in a whole room over from the last one we were in.
yeah, and this area seems to have some armories in it. It has these paintings of murals of like crazy things that Hell Knights have done.
Cool.
And you ran into a gelatinous cube.
You said crazy things that they've done, and I just pictured a portrait of a Hell Knight strangling a baby because somebody's chewing next to him.
No, the one's like shotgunning a beer over a dead body.
Well, I mean,
These guys are crazy.
it's like fighting hordes of orcs and fighting giants and fighting dragons, stuff like that.
Great battles and deeds.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
week-long benders.
Yeah, people getting hella wasted, pictures at the club, you know.
The guy doing coke off an orc's tits.
Yep. Yeah. Just some crazy things that these Hell Knights did.
Family friendly.
How did we end up with Alec then?
Boring. Boring.
He's like the driest person.
He's not a Hell Knight yet.
He's not a Hell Knight.
He's just an
armored.
armature.
That's right. That's
He's
right.
just looking.
When he gets back, that's when they hand him the coke.
Yeah, he has to do the orgy initiation.
For your next task.
Do all of these in order. That is why we are called the Order.
You have to find a guy who can paint a portrait of you doing it, and you have to be able to do it long enough for him to paint it. That's the trick. Doing coke off an orc, that's easy. Doing it for 8 days while the guy paints it, there's the struggle.
A common misconception is that their order of the nail, like the metal nail, but their order of the nail, like the fingernail.
Fingernail?
Like,
I thought it was order of the nail, like the orgies that they were having.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
oh, my bad. You know what?
It's
Sorry.
a multifaceted
It's a
group.
triple entendre. Rare.
How are you all feeling? How's everyone's health?
I'm fine.
I think I'm still good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've managed to stay away from getting hit and help people not die.
I wouldn't mind a 10-minute rest.
Yeah, my stamina got a little fucked there.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you guys got goofed all over.
Yeah.
We got goop. We got this fucking gelatinous cube all on us.
How's everyone doing as far as result?
Cribbit's a bit shook, but Cribbit's just a little one, you know?
I'm still at 4.
I lost
3.
resolve, but I think we rested before that. Yeah.
You're at 3, Zach? Okay, that makes sense. I'm at 3. I was thinking, why am I at 3? But okay, that makes
Because
sense.
y'all
I
took
think we
10-minute
both-
rests.
Yeah,
And while y'all were doing that, Nineveh was just doing repairs.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, Nineveh took more damage from exploding
You
than
take
from...
damage too?
So, the inventor can either cause their device to explode, and if it's their device, then it won't affect them. Or they can have their minion explode, and if it's their minion, then technically yes, I do. Because I'm within proximity, I'm not wearing my minion. So by rules of the game,
Wow.
yes, I will take damage from my own explosion.
Yeah, the only time I didn't take any damage from the ooze. Took it from the explosion and Alec hitting me with the great sword.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
That's the only but I do need to take a rest if y'all are down for 10 minutes.
So is Krilk unparalyzed now? Like I'm good?
After a couple moments, you're
I'm good?
unparalyzed.
Okay. So if we're getting into it, Krilk is gonna go up to Cribbit, and he's gonna pick him up by his like little neck, and he says, "What magic was that? The tentacles groping me.
Please put me down.
Okay, tell me, what kind of magic was that?
I don't know. It's just D.
Is it elvish magic?"
D walks up behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of pushes you away from Cribbit.
Okay. Krilk puts him down.
I don't know.
Have your boy here write it in his journal. What is it? Was it an elvish spell? So Krilk will stop, and then he takes a second and like takes a deep breath, and then says like, "If it happens again, just let the cube fucking eat me, or let the cube eat me."
Oh, damn.
D like gently blinks and nods his head.
And you notice on Krilk at the same time, as he was holding Cribbit up, his arm is covered in kind of like a sleeve that has a bunch of like belts around it, and he has various like charms and trinkets to specific deities, even some that are elvish on there. Yulal is one of those. I think you would recognize, but
Not necessarily. It means nothing
Who's
to
that?
me.
okay, huh?
Who's that? Or do you want to share?
No, he's just got trinkets on him.
No.
You can ask
Oh.
somewhere else.
Yeah, you can ask later. But anyways,
He doesn't remember.
through these belts, you can see there's like growth coming from his left arm, and that's it. Yeah, and then he'll put Cribbit down and go sulk somewhere.
Yeah, D's gonna turn around and gently strum at his instrument.
What's everyone else doing?
Nyrin walks up to Nineveh and Alec, starts wiping slime off of them. You guys got slime on you. As he's covered in slime, too.
I think Nineveh's probably pretty like clean of slime.
Yeah, that's you
But
did
I would
say that.
I would imagine there's like, like vaporous steam coming off from the like evaporating slime from the residual heat from the explosion.
That was really cool, but it hurt.
Sorry, I lost my cool.
But
I feel like when you come over and start wiping off slime from Alec, he was probably kind of already trying to clean off his armor the best he could. He has like a cloth on his belt trying to clean it, and then like you wipe some off of his shoulder and he's like doing that thing, where you're like, oh god damn it. Or, like,
Just fussing over it.
yeah, because his armor is very important to him.
yeah, it's fancy.
Just like, do you see any on the back?
Turn around, let me see.
Can you take this
Oh
cloth?
God, yeah, let me see. Give me that cloth. Wipe.
Turns.
He says wipe as he's doing it.
Is it burned?
Beautiful.
Is it
No.
singed? Okay.
No,
Thank you.
it's not. Do I need to roll
So
a
angry.
deception?
No,
Big hole in the back.
You're fine.
Just assless chaps.
Still on fire.
cheeks on full display. So you guys take your rest. You still have 2 rooms in this area. One to the northwest and one to the northeast.
super quick. While they're resting, I'm going to try to do a repair check for Nineveh repairing the minion. Natural 15, I get it.
But also, while they're resting, D would go up to where the slime was and check around there
Okay.
for anything. And if the slime released anything when it died. Are there any items?
You don't need to roll, unless you want to.
Not if you're just going to give it to me. Shit.
After the explosion happened, there could have been kind of like a ting ting heard around the room, and some of it was, of course, some of the like destroyed what must have been weapons before and scrap pieces of metal just kind of shaking around. But you do see a battle axe just hidden or kind of covered by some of the debris of the explosion.
Can I check for magic?
Sure.
I do that.
So it is a +1 battle axe.
Ah! Dee's gonna hold it up and look at it.
Nyron's terrified.
I'm scared of sharp objects.
See, I guess D...
The fighter.
Wipe, wipe, wipe.
I guess, yeah, D will be back there looking through stuff, find the battle axe, pick it up, look disappointed. And as he's walking back out of the room to be with Cribbit in that busted art space, he's gonna like hand it over to Nyron.
Whoa!
And keep walking.
Thank you.
And it'll have a sheet of paper that's stabbed into it that says, "This is a +1 battle axe." Don't worry, I checked.
Wow.
Write it directly on the axe.
Yeah,
Really
+1.
Wait, before you walk away, I don't know if it's any interest to you, but there are also human remains that were in the cube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that was engulfed in it would also be aware that there were human remains in there. It's not a lot, but it's not really anything of value, but there are bones, if that's any interest to you.
No, not necessarily. Unless they have strange markings on them, D does not care.
You said +1 or +1 striking?
+1.
+1, okay.
Do not get your hopes up. It is not a
It's a
striking.
battle axe, though, right? Two-handed?
Probably. Fuck, I need to fix it.
I'll check.
Because though only +1, that could be big damage.
I mean,
pretty
it just
fat.
being a +1 is a straight up
That's an extra die.
5% extra crit chance.
Oh,
that's
okay,
what the-
right.
It is
Striking.
It's one-handed.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
So that's what +1 means? It's an extra die of damage?
No, that would be striking.
+1 to
is
hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
+1 to
yeah.
hit.
I got you.
I forgot that bit.
Which for every +1 to hit is an increase of a 5% crit chance.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 damage. If you want to sell it, it's worth 1 gold piece.
Fancy.
But of course, if you want to buy it back, it's going to be 12.
It
Yeah.
does have sweep.
Ooh, sweep. Forgot, that's the good thing about axes. Some of them. Most of them.
Oof. Gotta drop something now.
I can hold stuff for you.
Cool.
If Nineveh walks up and sees you just throwing weapons on the floor.
Yeah, he's handed the battle axe and his knees kind of
You're Skyrim.
little heavy. Nineveh, could you hold this scimitar?
Why? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Heavy.
Without thought, Nineveh would just take it and hold it up to their side, and a little compartment will just open, and
Cool.
maybe a little mechanical arm
Just
latches
holding it
onto
next
it,
to
and then it just attaches.
Nice. So it's just a regular scimitar. I'm gonna delete it. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. Am I perfect? I'm exactly at. I can't pick up anything else. Exactly at my cover.
So you said that there are bones in...
There are bones. There's a full human worth of skeletal remains.
I guess Croak will walk over there and inspect the bones.
Okay.
And as he does, he passes Cribbit and gives him like a gentle little knock on the pot of his head.
Oh. Yeah.
Do I need to roll like a perception or
Are you
anything?
looking for anything?
Just to see if there's anything that stands out. Like
Okay.
24.
The bones do not appear to be human. They are humanoid, but the skull does not look like a human.
Weird.
In terms of the skull, would it be anything that I could recognize with like a
It looks familiar to the creatures that you saw out in that main room where the
like frogs or whatever?
I'm gonna say it was a frog.
Oh, froggy hood.
Yeah. So Croak, looking at it, he like, especially because I think was Nyren the one who kind of noticed the frogs?
I think we
I don't
all did
remember.
when
Okay.
we walked in.
Anyways, Croak will just be like, "Oh, this looks like it's the same as those creatures from before. The amphibian blokes."
It's the frog people.
As far as the rest of the room, it's pretty much in disrepair and looks like it has been heavily looted. From what you can tell, based on when you first came in here before it was destroyed by the explosion, it looked like there were armor racks and weapon racks in here. So you can kind of gather that this was some sort of armory, which has been thoroughly looted.
Cool. Hey, before all this, there was somebody talking in the north door in this other room. Someone's on the other side of this door.
I heard it too.
Yeah, so Nyren he's holding his shield and his torch right now, and he wants to go to this door to the northwest.
Is that a different shield from the one that exploded earlier?
Yeah, he's using the wooden shield. The other one is destroyed.
Yeah.
Nyren destroyed it.
I remember. That was right. The crit fumble.
Sucks. Makes me sad.
So Nyren's going up to this door here?
Yes, the one on the northwest.
Cribbit's gonna trot up with Nyren.
Oh, that's not Cribbit. But Alec will also follow.
Nineveh will take a spot on the opposite side of the door.
Where is
Kind of like
Nineveh?
bracing.
Opens the door, goes
behind the
inside,
slime.
closes the door. I'm on the opposite side.
Go in the room and
Yeah.
shut the door.
Yeah.
Croak will go next to his favorite Alec.
And D will stay in the back.
Nyren's gonna check for traps on this door.
Okay.
Hell yeah. 28.
You do not detect any traps.
He gives a look to everybody as, like a nod, like, you ready? Nyren throws the door open.
A very gentle throw.
Throws and catches it, realizing this might not
Slows
be
it.
smart.
It's a very heavy door.
Okay. Let me reveal some things.
Runs up, puts two hands on the door, and just.
Get one of those compression hinges, like an elementary school.
Yeah, it's resistance as he pushes. There's a table pressed against the back of it, so the whole time it's just. Shh.
Nyren pushes open the door, and as you open it, everyone can hear small chatter. Kind of like a...
Do a perception check to see if I can hone in and hear what they're saying,
Can I hear if they're a hobbit?
or if they're saying.
Sure. What languages do you know?
Ooh, good question.
I want to do something too.
D would likely listen as well. Would that just be a normal perception check?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we all can hear, right?
Yeah, you can all
So-
hear it. It's just a matter of, do you understand it?
Abyssal, Common, Dwarven, Elven, and Gurundi.
Okay.
Do you have our languages? Because I don't want to say mine out loud.
I don't. Do you want to send them to me real quick in a text?
Terrible roll.
You can just take a picture of it if you want.
You should roll and see if you get a good roll first. Mine was garbage.
I did. I got a 14 on my roll, but I will send you my languages.
I rolled a 3 for a 12.
Are you taking everybody's languages or no?
I mean, if you want to tell me your languages.
Yeah, I can give you mine. Real quick.
Nyrin is going to speak in one whenever.
Well, go ahead and tell me your languages and let me know what you know so I can tell you if you can pick up any words.
I'm just doing mine secret because my guy literally
yeah.
doesn't talk.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I want to keep it secret.
Dude, I like secrets too.
So-
I get it for sure.
I don't care about secrets. Mine is Draconic, Elven, Ingan, and then Orcish.
Nineveh and D, you can't pick out any words. Krilk, on the other hand, you do pick out. Can do it. Go.
Say it again. You said
Can do it. Go.
So Nyrin says, Mwangangi. He speaks in Mwangi. He says, we come in peace. Lower your weapons.
At that, two small creatures burst out of the shadows and charge at you.
Are they frogs?
Hey, do I recognize the language? Since I know the words, I would know the language, right?
Draconic.
Oh, okay.
Oops. So
And-
I get overexcited, but man, if it's kobolds, ow, that'd be
These two small reptilian creatures
Kobolds.
burst out and charge at you. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Fuck, man. Just rolling fives.
I just rolled a good roll.
I rolled the opposite of a good roll.
Mediocre.
Little kobolds. We've never met a kobold in the wild.
You don't know it's a kobold.
Okay.
It's a kobold.
Italiano.
And Nyrin doesn't want to kill them.
Well, he's gonna have to.
Oh.
I didn't want to kill the tiny robot, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take him with me.
Oh my god.
I know. I wanted the shitty
Oh,
little toy.
you have his little body, right?
I do have his little body.
Good.
His
We can have a
broken little
burial
body.
for him.
Yeah.
It's like a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Little hands make it look so big.
It's a good movie.
Okay, Krilk, what'd you get?
8.
Wow,
Yes.
really good roll.
Hell yeah, dude.
Stellar.
Woo! Okay,
We ballin'.
D,
16.
Nyrin,
18.
Nineveh.
29.
Whoa.
Damn, that's big.
Natural 20.
Nice. That means you get to go twice.
Pretty sure by the rules of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost as impressive as an 8.
Almost. 21 points less impressive.
Yeah.
More than 3
Yes.
I
times.
was gonna make the same joke. You just did the math faster than me.
I was wondering why you got the scratch paper out in line.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fingers, took my shoes off. I need to count my toes.
Started unbuttoning your pants.
so you walk up to this door, you open it, you hear this chatter, and the only person that can understand it is Krilk. He hears, "Can do, go, and Nyrin, you say, "We come in peace" in Mwangi,
But they don't fucking.
and immediately these two small reptilian creatures charge towards you, and Krilk hears them say, "We are dragons, we want your meats!" Nineveh,
boy.
you are up first.
Nineveh sees the two approaching rapidly and quickly raises a hand, and a blue glow emanates from it. I need a will save from both kobolds.
You don't know that they're kobolds.
Sorry, from both creatures?
Mysterious creatures.
Small reptilian creatures.
Tiny lizards.
That goes by dragon.
Separate yourself from your character.
DC 19 will save.
Okay. They both fail.
Any of them fail by 10 or more?
Yes, one of them does.
Okay. Nineveh had cast Calm Emotions. Neither of them can take hostile
Oh.
actions unless hostile actions are taken against them. Except for the one that critically failed, that one will not take hostile actions even if it receives a hostile action.
Okay.
It's sustained for a full
Wow.
minute. And so
Hell yeah, dude.
we effectively are out of combat.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god.
Okay, Croak will then relay basically that, like, they're speaking Draconic, and they are not happy to see us. They want our meat.
I think Nineveh, still with a hand up, will turn and say, "They will not fight for now, but it will only last about a minute."
Can I make a check? Knowledge roll?
Yeah. It will be society.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. I'm not even going to roll it, but I'm just going to be here shaking it.
Yeah, spooky rolls today. 16.
You know that these two creatures are kobolds.
I was thinking in combat because I was going to check, be like, no, I've seen this before. What's it called? So yeah, I just know that they're kobolds.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else you want to know about them? I can give you one piece of useful information. I'll give kobolds as a freebie because you guys have been saying kobolds this entire time, and yes,
Wait, they're kobolds?
they are kobolds.
Sorry for you. I've
Fuck
been a
yeah,
nerd
dude.
for a while now,
I know.
especially when it comes to dragons and the draconic folk. What do I want to know?
If you don't know, I can tell you something useful that I
Well-
think would be useful in this situation.
What would be useful for me, but it's kind of a two-parter, is like, what color are they? Meaning, what brand kobold are they?
I mean, you can see that for yourself. Looking in, you can
Because they will have different breath weapons. What kind of breath weapons do these have?
see, looking in from where you are, at least one of them is green. You can't quite see the other one.
I have to hold myself accountable here. I didn't realize, but Calm Emotions is a 10-foot burst. So I would have had to have moved in order to be able to affect them. Are they in a position in which I could be within 10 feet to get both of them? I can move 25 feet.
Yeah,
Looks like they're
easily,
on top
easily.
of each other.
Okay, could you please move me? That is my third action.
Yeah,
Revealing the dragon in the corner of the room.
that is within 10 feet of both of them, just in the doorway.
Okay.
And I'll open up the fog of war a little bit so you can see a little better. Of course, D wouldn't be able to see this from his vantage point, but you will be able to see both of them.
Are we gonna keep in initiative?
Probably.
It's a minute, so it's 10
because-
rounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because it's a minute, we will stay.
Okay. Then free action for Nineveh is just as now they've calmed down. Nineveh is still holding out a hand. Is just going to say, "We did not mean to intrude, friends. Please, what are you doing here? Can we help in some way?"
Krilk will... Do you speak Draconic?
We're
Krilk will
going-
say that.
We're going in rounds.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That was just a free action speak. I don't speak Draconic.
Okay.
And I also don't know if they speak Common.
Did you want to translate it?
That's
into
all I was
Draconic?
going to do,
Oh,
was
okay,
just
right, I'm
translate
sorry.
it at the same time.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Oh, that's what you think dragons Okay.
Pretty close, man.
That's it for
thanks.
my turn.
Okay. Next up we have.
Do any of them free action reply?
Well, next up is the boys. So I'm just gonna do both of them at the same time because they're one after the other in initiative, but they both just kind of stop and like look at each other and look back at Nineveh and say, "We are dragons. You should fear us." The other one says, "Yeah, we are dragons. What do you do in our cave?"
Oh, but I am afraid. Great and terrible dragons. We foolish travelers have only stumbled upon your glorious home and seek your mercy and passage.
So, Croak would hear this. One of the green one turns and like slaps the red one like on his arm and says, I told you, we got them.
Croak will relay that.
Hey, don't tell them what we're saying in our language.
Wait, would they know if I?
They also speak common.
They speak common. Okay. I'm just I'm trying to keep everybody safe here.
Copacetic.
Yes. It's a good word.
Yes, well, we are very strong, powerful, and very intelligent dragons. Dragons.
Drabins.
I can see that.
Nineveh, you're better than that. You can't be seriously afraid of them. I mean, they're adorable, but...
We are not adorable. We are scary and strong. We have the blood... And then the red one turns. We have the blood of many dragons in our veins, sir.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you have?
I've got...
See just a shitload of weapons on his back.
I've got weapons.
You're lucky that we are kind enough to not try and take your weapons and add them to our glorious horde.
That is so adorable. What are your names? My name is Nyrin.
They look at each other. The green one says, my name is Zarf. And then the red one is like, Pib.
Zarf and Pip, very nice to meet you. What are you guys doing down here? Just hanging out? Did you see any weird frogs running around? Except that one. This guy's cool.
It works. It's his turn. It's Nyron's turn. They're still kind of like standing on edge. Almost as if they're like trying to cover like a child trying to cover what they did. Like they made a mess and they're trying to cover it up, so they're kind of just like standing big, like trying to block the corner that they were in before. We live here. We have lived here.
Oh, you guys probably know the Bumble Brashers.
The goblins. Yeah, we know them.
Cool, we're friends with them.
Okay, well, we aren't.
Oh.
Not that... Can you tell them that we're not actually not friends with them? We're not friends with them, but we aren't friends with them. So if you think that that's some sort of power that you have, that we have, that you're friends with our friends, it's not.
You guys seem like you would get along.
That's cool. I mean, you haven't seen any frogs, though, running around.
We have seen frogs. Yes, we have seen frogs.
Are they nice or are they mean?
They're not nice.
How long have they been here?
A little while.
So did you... Oh, we're doing turns. Still?
We can move on to...
I didn't know if we were still in combat or
We're kind of going in rounds.
Okay.
Playing loose rounds.
Loose rounds.
I've
So
talked enough.
it would be Alec. Alec doesn't have anything to say. He's just standing.
Alex swings his great
Ruins everything.
Well, I mean, he's got his weapon drawn, ready for anything. Then it would be D. D, do you have anything? D or Cribbit?
So they're just non-hostile to us?
Correct. Essentially, the way this works is any emotional effects that are on them, or any emotion in general, is suppressed. A wave of calm washes over them, and they will remain in that state for a minute as long as I sustain it, or unless they are subject to any hostility from another creature. Aside from one of them won't react even if you are hostile to it.
So we'll take it by rounds. I kind of let Nyron's round go a little long. We'll do 3 interactions, whether it be questions or...
They're essentially no different than like meeting a random commoner. They don't view us as friendly, but they're just non-hostile.
Cribbit is going to walk into the room diagonally top left of the highest kobold.
Here?
Yes, there.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that for a listener because it's a strange shaped place.
It is a
You
very
said it
strange
right.
shape.
But he's gonna walk up next to it over there, and he's gonna walk up and hi. D is gonna listen in on the door behind him, the opposite room.
Okay.
If I may.
Sure.
Perception. It's gonna be a 22.
You do not. D does not hear anything behind him.
Final action, D is gonna walk past everybody and stand diagonally above Cribbit. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Krilk.
And they just slowly saunter in.
I guess Krilk will move into the room as well. Basically, right in the space adjacent, Cribbit and D. And I guess Krilk will try to see, maybe a perception check to see what they were like hiding, or what they were kind of like.
Okay, like the
guarding.
space behind them that they're like kind of trying to block.
Yeah. 11.
Oh no.
You're trying to peer over them, and you can see them kind of like shift and try and block
Into
your
it.
vision, but you can see some kind of debris behind them.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll try a diplomacy check next.
Smart move. What do you say? And then tell me your rule.
Yeah, I will. So Krilk will say, "You guys have quite the collection here. A lot of fancy stuff. A lot of. It seems like you have a good haul. We also have some stuff that we found, blades and trinkets and stuff for warriors like yourself that you might be interested in." The 21.
Well, we are not warriors. We are mages. And you should see our other horde. Yeah, we had another horde, but they took it away. Shut up. You should see our other horde. Our other horde is way cooler. Mm-hmm.
Who took it away?
The cultists. There are cultists. They came in, they took our room. Shut up. They did not take our room. We left strategically. This was a better spot. And we're already building another big horde, so if you're not careful, we might try and take some of your stuff, maybe.
Well, we're looking at we're not a big fan of these cultists either, and we would maybe we could help you get your room back.
Build the army, Zach. Build the army.
I just want Felicia to have to play like 14 characters.
That would be pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, I know it would be pretty nice. It would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice of you if you did that. Okay.
All right.
Well, what does that mean?
Means we
What do you want?
just want to find the cultists. That's what we're here for, so we can help get rid of them.
The green one steps forward. I'm gonna make him step forward. Sorry, I know we're a little out of deal here, but you guys have... Zach has effectively made them friendly, so we are out of initiative now.
Cool.
What color's the other one?
Red.
Sorry if I missed that.
There's one green one, one red one. So the green one will step forward.
And their names were Pip and Squirtle?
Flarf
Zarf.
and Zarf and Pib.
Pib.
Zarf and Pib. Okay.
These cultists, are they the frog people or someone else?
There are some frogs. Our old room was over... If you go down the hall, and then there's another hall. That's where we were.
Can I get the names attached to the colors? Sorry, the pen was dead and I could not keep my brain good.
Zarf is the green one.
Zarf?
Zarf. Z-A-R-F. And Pib is the red one. Like Mr. Pib.
That was my first thought too. I was like, oh, the soda.
Yeah, I thought the same thing about Zarf.
The soda.
The soda. The famous soda.
Zoda.
Zoda.
Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna clear them out.
We are not worried, okay? Never have been worried. We are, resilient. We are resilient.
Do you know how many there were? How many cultists?
There were many. Not too many. Not too many for us to take care of, but, you know, strategery. Mm-hmm. Like 5,
5?
maybe.
And when they cleared you from your room,
They did not clear us from our room.
when you strategically retreated from your room, did they use any hostile actions against you?
They hit Zarf. I didn't like that.
What did they hit Zarf with?
It was like a whip.
Ouchie.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
I think Nineveh wants to piggyback on trying to improve their mood, and will kind of play to their egos. And so they will step forward. O Zaf the Zealous, Pib the Purger, such mighty beasts.
We are dragons.
Tell us, these nefarious worms who would encroach upon your glorious treasure, how many were they? How dare they? That we might purge them for you in your honor and glory.
Will you roll me a diplomacy check?
I don't have diplomacy trained. Just asking and just kind of furthering the ego, not trying to bump the thing any further.
You don't have to be trained.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay, well, we'll just do...
Is there a way to help a roll, like a
can do
diplomacy
an
roll?
aid.
Yeah.
If you're
that's
Yeah, you
it.
can do an
trained in it?
8,
Yeah, do
but
it.
you
You were-
gotta say something.
I was piggybacking off
Okay.
of you. Well, I mean, considering I'm piggybacking off of Krilk,
I believe you have to roll at least a 20 to give him a +1 on his
Oh
total.
fuck. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll try to aid.
not good.
Yeah. No 20.
5.
So you're asking how many?
Yeah, just how many?
I think they said 5, didn't they? Earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right.
I didn't catch that.
But we are strong and we are gracious. Is that the right word? Yeah, that's good. Great. Yeah. We are gracious. There were maybe we saw 5, but they spoke of more. It's stupid. It's dumb. They should fear us.
And they will, mighty dragons. We will show them the error of their foolish ways. Let us pass, with your graciousness, so that we might put our fury, your fury, through us upon these transgressors.
Is it okay? It's okay, I guess. Pass. What do they mean? What do you mean, pass?
Well, surely, beings as strong as the two of you would be insulted if lesser creatures as us waltzed through your domain, the same way the others sought to trample your treasure.
Yeah, don't do that.
Of course not, but maybe with your permission, we could find our way forward and make them pay for you, for your honor and your glory.
They could get our room back, our hoard. Yeah, we have a better hoard. Okay, I'll allow it.
And perhaps when we finish, in your infinite wisdom you might find it proper to ingratiate us, if only a little, for our willingness to help such great beings.
Wait, I have a thing. I have a, what's the thing I ask you for something for you to do something?
A quest.
No.
A
No.
request.
A neogiation. I have a neogiation.
Should probably get that checked out.
You need to do something for us first.
Of course.
And Nineveh's like gesturing to everybody else, like,
Right? Like,
yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nineveh, do you know what you're doing?
not at all.
Nyron's just looking at Nineveh like, dude, come on. Why are you scared? Like, Cribbit can body these two.
I could explode. Everybody's so clustered up, I could body the party.
Yeah.
And myself in the process.
Now, Pib takes the floor and pushes Zarf back.
In that moment, can Dee try to see what's behind them?
Sure. Go ahead and do a perception.
You get a little bonus because they're moving?
Sure. Give him +2.
15,
+2.
17.
Cribbit can see.
D.
D can see.
Nyrin.
Nyrin can't see anything.
You're blind.
D, looking into that corner it's kind of a sad sight to see. You see what looks like almost shards of wood made to make a pallet, and just scraps of paper and some like what they could take from armor, like leather scraps, into a bed. And then in the corner you see some scraps of metal that it looks like they maybe took from other broken weapons or broken armor in a small pile in the corner. And you see scrawled behind it that says, "Our Horde." So it's a very small home for them. That it seems like they're trying to hide it because they're not very proud of it.
What was the name of the other creature, the bugbear that we bumped into?
Yolecha.
Yolecha. So it's like an even shittier situation than Yolecha had.
So yeah, D's gonna do that thing where you roll your eyes without rolling your eyes. You know what I mean? Your eyes just kind of go dead. And he's gonna turn his gaze towards the door in the back of the room.
Which way did they go?
I have a negotiation. Negotiation, then you get your information. You know, us dragons, we have very good tongues of words.
Cribbit claps and nods their head.
Bigger than the dragons I see.
Zarf was hurt. Do you have anything to help him?
I could take a look.
When they hit him with the whip, it gave him a cut on his chest. And he has had to rest many days and has not been excited about the shinies that I bring back. The shiny coins that I bring back.
Krilk will, hearing that, kind of lean a little closer and says, "Well, negotiations. You have to give us something in return."
I have something.
What do you have?
I have where they are. I know where they are. I know things about them that you don't know.
Yeah, but see, if we find them and we clear them out, then you get your hoard, your other room, right?
Ha! Like I need that hoard. I have a new hoard. You don't need to see it. It's none of your business.
But I could imagine both of those hoards together would be something pretty.
We are dragons. We can get other hoards.
Okay.
I have information. That's what you people want. You want information. And I have one negotiation, and that is that you help Zarf because he's hurt.
What's to stop us from just wandering around and finding them?
Us? Zarf may be hurt, but he's a strong mage.
All right, Croak will stop.
Magic.
If I may, from the back of the room where Dee is standing, a soothing sound begins to play. And Zarf regains 20 hit points.
Oh my god.
Because Dee used the soothe spell.
I was trying to milk it a little bit.
Pip.
Guy.
Dee doesn't look at you.
Yeah.
Pip, my gut is gone. That man play music and my gut is gone. Okay. Now we can talk. What do you want to know?
Where are these cultists?
In the main hallway, there are other little hallways. They're up there. But that is not all of them. There are more of them below.
It goes even deeper than this? Wow.
No!
Something happened, and I don't know what it was. But it made the stairs go, it made the stairs, they got, collapsed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, back in that hallway?
Mm-hmm.
At the end? Was that the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Back there at the front?
Yeah. They should fear us. They worship dragons. They worship Dahak. We worship Dahak.
Slow down, I gotta write this one.
Cult of Tahak.
Can you spell that?
Dang.
Can I roll like a society or something, or what would
Religion.
a religion? All right.
Dahak.
I'm gonna be doing the same just to see if I know anything.
17 for Crow.
As would D. And so I have this right. The cultists that were in here worship Dahak.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nineveh got a 27, but depending on how old the cult is, I'd definitely be willing to take a penalty
I'm sorry, what?
if they're not old enough.
Because I was writing. Am I rolling occultism?
Religion.
Religion. Because I may have a really good roll. 25. Not bad at counting. 26. We got a named dragon, fellows. It's not good.
No. It's very good, very ungood, actually.
It's almost as bad as it can get.
Open the door.
What
It's
did you
right
get?
there.
What did you get, D?
26.
26. Okay, so D and Nineveh, you have heard of Dahak. Dahak is a deity of evil dragons, particularly chromatic dragons. He is a god of
chills.
He is a god of destruction, chaos, rage, draconic greed. Yeah.
The
Sounds like a
cultists
nice guy.
worship Dahak. Period. It's bad.
Zach, for your nerd info, chromatic dragons are those that are, red, green, blue, purple, things like that. Normal
They're
colored
nice.
dragons, and almost all of them are typically evil.
Okay.
And then there are also metallic dragons, gold, silver, copper, that typically metallic dragons are good.
Okay. What about white, like a white dragon? Does that count in the chromatic, or is that a separate one?
I don't know,
The
for sure.
chromatics, there's like silver. So like there are their equivalents. I think silver might be the equivalent to a white dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Just I used to know. It's been a minute, but
That's one of those things that permeates multiple mythos, because in The Witcher, the golden dragon,
Mm-hmm.
good dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
you can generally tell what side they lean on by their color.
Smaug,
Some of
red
them are
dragon,
some are
evil
switch
dragon.
Bad
hitters.
dragon. Yeah.
Like green dragons can be switch hitters.
I
As you
think
can-
white is in chromatic because black dragons definitely are.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think that, again, we say generally because there are
It just
outliers.
depends, yeah.
Let's not be racist now, all right?
Mm-hmm. Well, those whites.
There
you
are
kinda
good
know.
red dragons and bad red dragons, but typically they
It's
fall
like-
along the evil alliance.
So yeah, here's where it drops, and then there's a little bit of a spectrum on where else they can.
Finding a good red dragon would be rare as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So Pib kind of does kind of a, what would you describe this as?
Is he puffing his chest out?
Yeah, kind of.
Is he presenting himself like a "look at me" type
Yes.
gesture?
As you can see, I have the blood of Dahak in me. I am a red dragon. And they do not fear us. That is, was blasphemous.
Well, there's this thing that happens because we're short.
I'm taller than you are.
How tall are you?
I don't know.
Let's stand heel to heel. Let's check this out.
Well, I mean, we got a
Straighten
pretty
your
big
back,
one
Cribbit.
with us. Nyron, get in here. What are you doing?
Oh, he looks at his tail. Oh, yeah.
I worship a dragon, too. You're bigger than it, but Let's, we need to find these cultists.
I told you where they are. I told you that there are more of them. They came out of nowhere.
Do you know anything about the tunnel dug through the wall?
No, strategically we had made our home here, and we were waiting for a good moment to get out. Strategically.
Cribbit's eyes glaze over for a moment and snap back to, one moment, going back. They came out of nowhere? Did they literally... Did you see them appear?
They did not come from above.
Did they maybe come out of nothing?
I don't know. They were here.
What's in this room back here?
I don't know, some paintings or something.
Mind if we look?
No, you help Zarf.
Cribbit gives a thumbs up to D.
Alec, wake up. We're moving.
I've been awake. I'm just waiting.
I just imagine him like asleep on the table in the other room.
So Krilk will look at is it Pip, Mr. Pip?
He's
Mr.
the red
Pip?
one, yes.
Okay.
He's the one that's more aggressive.
Okay. Krilk will ask, did you see any magical gates or any type of portals of any kind?
Zarf, what's a portal? The door? Like the door to the Citadel?
What citadel are you talking about?
Like, yeah, if you go upstairs, there's a big door and it leads into the Citadel.
It's like a door, but it's a magical door, and it's there's no walls connected to it.
Like a hallway?
Like a Stargate. Like the TV show.
Like with Christopher Judge.
There are lots of hallways. There's no door. It's just open.
D's gonna go open up that back door.
Hell yeah. Naren's going to be right behind D as he's doing that. It's the same room as the other one. It's the other door.
Yeah, you open this room and it looks very similar to the one to the south. There are paintings lining the walls of Hell Knights doing
Orgies.
Body
crazy
shots.
things.
Yeah. If I may, D is going to do a heavy blink and check all the paintings.
Okay.
For possible secrets. Maybe missing pieces. Maybe a key.
Okie dokie.
With a 20.
It doesn't take you very long. Just around here, you do see a painting that's a little different than the others. It is it's a very action-packed painting of a Hell Knight leaping from a rise behind a dragon with a halberd raised, ready to bear down on the dragon's back, while a robed Hell Knight in the background attends to a wounded knight in the but you do see in the corner of the painting that it has been signed by the artist R. Stagram.
Whoa.
That's one of Homeboy's ancestors.
Yeah. R. Do we know what the... I just have Stagram written.
Yeah, his father was T. Stagram.
Yeah. Was T. Stagram the box?
T.
With the-
Stagram
with
was
the
the
ring.
The
book.
ring. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
Well, I have the box that had Alex's ring in it.
The box.
The Book of the Order of the Nail was the one that was signed to Lictor Acclamar. Thanks for your interest in my work. Together we shall quell savagery. T. Stagram, Esquire.
I think the box itself just said Stagram on it.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Huh. I'm gonna presume that is Dahak in late picture, perhaps, or maybe they just fight dragons.
Could he do a religion check to see if it is, or I don't know what
Allowed.
check it would be to see if it was a depiction of the hawk.
Because he would be immediately,
Thinking of Dahak. Yeah, you can do a religion check or a society check.
let's go society. Oof. 9.
Do you have dark vision?
Low light.
Getting up close to it, you can see the dark-colored scales are in fact black scales. It is a black dragon, not a red dragon, as you would know the hawk to be.
Yikes.
How is everyone feeling?
I'm on edge. I want to find these guys.
I would love to go fishing.
I'm a little hungry.
That's closer to what I had in mind.
I'm also a little hungry.
My body can keep going on, but my mind is feeling fatigue. Maybe we, with permission from our honored hosts, could rest for the night and approach this fall with fresh rigor.
Here? Here?
Here?
Here, there, anywhere.
Do have to say it's like cool big place, but there's a lot of dead frogs. It's kind of, you know.
I mean, would it take much for us to just pop out and set up camp and rest?
I think it would be wise to go back up and check on our captive, and perhaps even take them back to Breach Hill.
Good guy, Alec. Let's do it.
It seems like there's more to this place than we thought.
I only fear that maybe, with too much time passed, maybe we lose our chance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the mission.
No, we don't know how long these cultists will be here.
What even is your mission? Your mission was to help the Bumble Brashers. You've helped them. But we do have a maniac, if you will, up top, being held by a much smaller group of goblins than they were before.
Let's put it to a vote. Do we take him back, rest and return? Or do we press our luck, as it were, and push on?
We should take Kalmok back. He needs to pay. I hate leaving these cultists here for that long, but we have to take Kalmok back.
I personally was not prepared to be fighting a horde of cultists. I could use some supplies.
Do we even know if they're still here? From what we've gathered, I think they're just skipping in and out of these places.
I guess Croak will turn to Pip again and say, How long ago was it that these cultists took your horde?
I think maybe a week. But I don't know, it is very dark down here. I think a week. If you were to ask me, my name is Zarf. We have the same voice because we're both kobolds and I can't do many voices. But I would say maybe a week. But I personally, I would like to eat.
Well,
Come to town with us.
I figured that was the case.
Yeah, that's a lovely place.
well, it
Zarf,
has
the kid
it
just
has been a
left.
week. They could already be gone.
Have you tried to return to your horde?
It was a strategic decision to come to this place and start building a new horde. You know, sometimes a horde gets kind of boring, but I liked my horde. Shut up. You know, it's kind of boring. Sometimes you don't, you know, it's just all the same stuff. You got some shiny coins, some armor. But sometimes you need something new, and maybe some different shiny coins and some different armor. Yeah, but we had a lot of shiny coins. Shut up.
So what's the vote? Nyrin obviously is for town.
Yes.
Frog people don't taste very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cribbit backs away. D looks pretty done with this place, as it is.
It was a week ago. What is one more day gonna do?
I think it would be wise to let the town guard know what is going on here.
Yeah. Nineveh's a little on the fence, just because on the one hand, if it has been a week, there's only a small chance that they're actually still here. But on the other hand, the idea of cultist zealots is repugnant, and that they should be purged. But Nineveh's also pretty much out of spells.
Yeah, Krilk is very low on supplies, so
To Breach Hill?
To Breach Hill.
I guess, yeah.
To Breach Hill.
To Breach Hill.
I don't know if we should take them with us.
Why? They're fine. We'll take the creepy tunnel all the way back.
The creepy tunnel, we don't know where that tunnel goes.
You're right, that was stupid. Let's stay on top.
So,
I think we still got horses up top too.
Mm-hmm.
the party,
We have our little campfire, so.
Alec, and 2 kobolds trailing behind make their way up out of the vaults with no disruption to the Citadel
With Calmont and
with Calmont and the Bumble Rashers. Yolecha.
No,
So everybody.
I don't think we're taking the bugbear with us.
I was thinking of the puppies. I would like to check on them before we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, we have a whole parade of
Yeah.
people coming out of this thing. Okay.
You
It's
want to
an
go check on
inquisition.
the warg puppies?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Walking up to up back into the Citadel, you find the puppies just
Dead.
asleep under the turned over desk behind the sheet.
Selnop and Thibble. Look at the little guys. The little girls.
Yeah, and they have a week's worth of food. I guess he's just going to make sure there's nothing crazy in adjacent rooms. Make sure they're good. Because he doesn't really have anywhere to take them back to.
The rooms look largely the same as they did before, aside from the bat being, messed up because he took some of the meat to the...
We took the... Did we take the bat to Yolecha?
No,
we brought it
to
the puppies.
the big lizard in the courtyard.
We tried to
poisoned
bait it with poisoned meat.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I think it
To-
was the lizard's head that we took to Yolecha.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if they're good, yeah, he's gonna lightly pet the puppies as they sleep, and
As you pet them, they do like that puppy thing where they stretch their little arms and
No!
yawn and just...
Dude, Krilk is fucking annoyed. He's like, Jesus Christ, do we want to catch these cultists or not?
Come on, man. We gotta check. I'm ready. Just wanted to make sure they're good. Let's go. Come on, Calmont. Stop falling behind.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
You don't even know what you're doing here. Ow! Okay, can you, loosen these up or something? It's cutting into my wrists.
Nope.
Can we tighten them?
So you guys make your way to Breach Hill.
oh boy.
I guess first thing would be to head.
Are we
Back to
at
the-
Breach Hill? Are you? Because
You
that
are-
is a trek.
It is a trek. It's not
a
a
few
very.
hours.
It's not a very long trek. It's a couple of hours.
Like 10 miles. I
So
think it
by the time you guys make it there, it is night. It's not.
Before
You spent a good portion of your day because you rested. You got up early, and you went to. Basically, what happened is you went to the Citadel. You did all the stuff. Then you went to go rest. Then you woke up early. You went and you found Yolecha. You went and found Alec. And then you went to the vaults. So by the time you emerged from the vaults, it was getting into the late evening. It wasn't nighttime, but by the time you get to Breach Hill, it would be pretty late into the night. Not,
/ early morning.
I wouldn't say early morning. It's really not that far. It would probably be closer to 11.
Well, as before they get into sight of it, really, Cribbit's gonna disappear back into the ether.
Nineveh too.
Well, for the listener, D can snap him out.
Just kidding.
Oh, D, why? Why are you hiding him?
Bring him back so you can
Because it's a
explain
fucking ghost frog, man. We ain't trying to bring this into town.
He can talk. He can talk.
Oops. Oops.
Shit, brother. I ain't trying to bring no fucking frogs in here, brother.
So should we leash up these kobolds somewhere, or?
No, they're
How
fine.
dare you? We are not just kobolds. We are dragons.
Okay, should we
and
leash
don't
up the
need-
dragons
We
somewhere?
don't need leashes. We are civilized members of society.
You see, D is just like, he's got a mission. You just walk it.
Yeah, so where are we? Do we need to go? Who was the head lady again? What was her name? Who sent us to go check on the film?
That was... Oh, dang it. I have it right here.
Greta
Nope, I didn't have that right there.
Greta Gardenia.
Gardenia.
Gardenia. Okay.
Yeah, I think the idea is to come on back to the Hall of Heroes, right? Because that's where the council is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do have that. Is it Greta or Retta?
Greta.
See, I just fucking wrote the wrong name. That's why I didn't find it.
Council leader used to run soup kitchen with Renata Gilroy.
Yeah, just had her name written as Retta. Redda. Incorrect.
Wrong.
Okay, so you're taking him to the town hall.
Hell yeah.
There are guards outside awaiting your arrival, and they will quickly take him, and a couple will escort you to Greta.
Cool.
You walk into her office, and she stands from her chair. It is good to see you.
You work late.
I work always. How are the Bumblebrashers?
They're good, but they were kicked out of their home by cultists.
Wow, okay. I heard that you brought back Calmont. I thank you for that.
Yes, he definitely confessed to everything. He used a scroll to create that fire creature.
A scroll.
Yes.
That is interesting. Calmont used to work for a woman named Vaz Lorraine.
What does she do?
She's the owner of Reliant Book Company.
Oh, I have that right here. Works for Vaz.
Does anyone talk to Vaz?
She had spoken up a day ago about how she had fired Calmont under suspicion of stealing. It wouldn't hurt to try and speak to her again.
Sounds good. I wonder what he stole.
Maybe a scroll that creates fire monsters.
Yeah. It's all connecting.
The boy whose small stole a scroll.
D's gonna hold up his book, and written on it says, "It's getting pretty late."
To Greta?
No, just to the gang. Like,
in-
it's pretty late to go
yeah.
bother people
In
about
general, yeah.
we're just
Well, as promised, I have 15 gold pieces for each of you.
D puts out his hand.
Was it
D,
15?
You can pay off your bar tab.
It was 15, yes.
I thought it was 50.
He gently waves you off like,
I felt like it was 25.
I keep
We
very
don't talk
strict
about that.
records of all of the adventurers we hired through the Call of Heroes. If you'd like, I can bring up the paperwork and show you exactly that it said 15 gold pieces. Would you like to see that?
Yes, please.
I've never seen that much gold.
She
Thank
just
you.
has it on her desk and she holds it up. 15 gold pieces, as promised.
Throws it at your face, you get a paper cut. Just take 1 damage.
This is not the first time that someone has questioned it. Here you go.
15
Your
gold.
payment.
Bitch. Wow. Thank you so much.
She gives each of you 15 gold pieces.
D holds up his notepad to Nyren and says, "We just go to a different bar."
Nyren, again, Can't read.
What is he saying?
He backs up his book, pats you on the shoulder, and he's just like, come on. He's like, come on, we go this way, brother.
I follow.
I'm sure that Warble would be happy to hear about her Bramble Thrashers. I believe that she is staying the night at the Wizard's Grace.
Wizard's Grace.
And now, if you will excuse me, I do have other work to get to, but I very, very much thank you for the work that you have done at the Citadel, and I hope that you will continue to help them.
Yes, I pledge myself to this city.
Should you
Okay,
find
pull it back a little bit. Nyrin, all right.
Nyrin takes a knee, pledges.
I am taken, thank you.
Cuts across his palm.
Spills his own blood on the floor.
Should you find
Blood oath.
Should you find any more information about these cultists, come back to me, and I shall pay you accordingly. I will discuss it with my advisors.
Immediately glances at Croak.
No. Again, if you will excuse me. And then she gestures to the guards who lead you out.
Start shoving us out. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, a little
Clubbing
nicer.
you.
They pick you up off your damn knee.
They probably would lift you.
Still
like-
kneeling, pick him up by each elbow, so you're kneeling through the air.
You gotta think of
I
it
pledge
as
myself.
Yeah, it's like super late.
yeah, it's late, and she is like a very prominent politician there, and she probably does have a lot of fans doing exactly what you're doing, and so she like
Again,
so they
all right.
probably do walk up to you and kind of like lift you up, and they're like, "All right, let's go, come on."
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I got
Slap
bad
you on
knees.
the ass on the way out.
Thank you. I love that Nyrin's like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it.
I'm very heavy, thank you.
So Croak is like, all right, where are we drinking?
I'm gonna need to see a map.
Ah, a map. Okay.
Where was D picked up? Was that the pickled ear or Caden's keg?
It was the Wizard's Grace.
It was the wizard's. That's where.
You're in the alleyway.
That's where Warble is.
Okay.
Yeah, you were in the alleyway next to the Wizard's Grace.
I'm trying to remember which ones are taverns. I think the pickled ear.
The
Pickled
pickled
Ear is a
ear
tavern.
is
That is where, because one of them, way back, I said that's gonna be D's place, and I think it's pickled ear. That's where he would go, probably regardless of where you guys want to go for the night. Can't go to Wizard's Grace right now.
Owes too much money and
You
just
just
some.
got paid. Like,
Yeah.
ain't trying to do that.
We all go into the
What a
pickled
bum.
ear.
He needs to take a shower, man. Still smells like ass.
Yeah, I mean, Nineveh's kind of just in follow mode at this point. Like,
Yeah, Croak is just down. He just is ready for a
doesn't
drink.
know
Yeah, I
anything about
kinda-
the city.
And I
He
think
would actually stay very close to Nineveh at this time.
We'll just follow each other. So we do that weird NPC thing where we keep like going in circles and just gravitating in some direction.
Croak actually is going to go to. Hold on a second.
Bear in mind, it is like again like
It's late.
11:30,
It's-
something like
yeah.
that. So, because I was thinking too, like immediately, we'll sell half the crap that Nyron's
Well,
got
that's
on him.
yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking. But I guess maybe a lot of shops are closed right now.
probably
yeah.
going to be a morning activity
Yeah.
before we head out.
Okay.
So you have 3 pubs. You've got the Wizard's Grace, you have Caden's Keg, and you have the Pickled Ear.
Yeah.
Where are these kobolds? Are they just walking with
They're
us?
kind of just scurrying behind you.
Okay.
Mass Effect, where you move forward and your party members just
Going all over the place.
I think
Taking
that
cover in random spots.
you triangulate eventually, but
the kobolds are probably sticking pretty close to Nyrin to try
Makes
and
sense.
blend in with him.
Okay.
To look bigger.
So like essentially like as you're walking, if they see a guard on this side, they'll scurry to the side of Nyrin, Nyrin blocking them.
I like that.
And then the
That's
other,
cool.
like, they're just kind of scurrying around Nyrin to blend in with him.
I love them. I'm so glad we didn't kill them. Oh
Yeah,
my
they're
God.
they're adorable.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
It didn't come up, but I was going to at some point. When you were like questioning like why you were afraid of them, at some point Nineveh was going to say the Elvish word for children, 2D, for them because Nineveh thinks that they're adorable. Like they're just kids.
Yeah.
They're not kids, but like
Yeah.
in Nineveh's eyes, they're just kids.
They're just dumb
Yeah.
like children.
yeah, they're just stupid like little kids.
And Niren's whole thing is he didn't know you're trying to trick him. He's like, why are you afraid of them?
Yeah, and that's never been explained. So you'll just keep thinking that.
Yeah.
Oh, Nineveh's a coward.
Yeah, so before like on the way there, Niren's gonna break off for a second. He'll meet y'all at the bar.
They will follow you.
That's totally cool.
All right.
He went back to the Call of Heroes, to the wreckage, and he has his destroyed shield. He takes his shield and just sticks it in the ground in the wreckage. And he sits down in front of the shield, just contemplates, and just says to himself,
Sir Karen, I will never forget how bravely you ran into the fire. Galleon Darkblade, the noblest of them all. You made sure Nineveh stayed safe. That was a really cool backflip, too. Oswald. Sweet, sweet Oswald. If only I didn't get a day pass from the nursing home, you would still be alive. You have been avenged.
and he stands up.
As you stand, a man walks up to you wearing like a helmet. He's like, "Do you have authorization to be here? There's construction going on. Don't you know there was a fire here? You can't be here. Leave."
Without saying a word, Niren looks one more time at the wreckage and leaves.
You can almost hear softly on the wind. You're gonna blow it.
That's what I was gonna do. Cody beat me to it. I was gonna say something like just slap a fat ass for me or something.
Bend over one more time.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
But that's it. He heads back to the bar where everybody else is
The
at.
noblest of them all. Fuck that guy.
The rest of you entering into the pickled ear, what do you do?
D is. Do you have a layout?
Yeah, so I want you to imagine walking in these front doors directly in the middle. It's not quite circular, but it is like a full 180 bar right in the middle in a square. There's a woman behind
So like
there.
a Chili's?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It's so behind the bar there's more seating.
Or more of an Applebee's, rather.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right with Chili's, man. They got
They
that.
both
yeah.
kind of have it.
Yeah, they got that.
But yeah, so there's just
I love that shit.
a
Let's
180
go.
bar, and then off to, so like on either side of you there are just scattered tables, and to the left is another entrance off to the side or exit, and out there you can see other revelers. Just there's some more seating out there, but it's not very large. It's I would say at most 10-15 feet from the door is the bar, and then like another 10-15 feet around it, just in like a circle. In the back right hand corner there appears to be a room, some sort of like closed off room that you could assume would either be storage or like maybe some sort of kitchen. But anyone that's been in the Pickled Grace knows that there isn't much served here. It's all very, sorry, Pickled Ear. I said Pickled Grace.
Combine the bars.
Anyone
The wizard's pickle, as I like to call it.
Anyone that's been to the Pickled Ear knows that there's not much to partake in here other than alcohol. But yeah, so it's very much just a room with a bar in the middle, and then in the back there appears to be like kind of a closed off area where you might find a storage room, maybe, or some bathrooms, or a bathroom.
D walks in. Anybody with him would get the feeling that he's been here before. He just walks in, pushes past people, probably waves off a door guy if there is one, and sits on the far right corner nearest to that room in a spot where he has like full vantage of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going to go in, sit down, and he's going to look at the bartenders.
I think as Nineveh ducks down and moves through the door frame, they grasp at the like tattered red cloth that's hanging from their midsection and kind of draws it up and over the top of their head, almost like a cloak, to make it appear more like an individual donned in armor than
General Kenobi.
than previous. So, but then after standing up, getting a look around, just sees D head off to the corner like he knows where he's going, and just follows suit.
And Croak.
Croak is gonna go hit the bar first, and we'll just go up and get an ale real quick, and then basically go back to the table as well.
As you walk up to the bar, the bartender kind of nods and be like, "Yeah, I'll be right with you, hon." She grabs a drink that she just finished filling and walks over to the table where the rest of your party is working.
Yeah, Croak will just go over there then. And as Croak is moving to the table, he will he's basically starts undoing on one of his arms the multitude of like belts and stuff.
The bartender walks up ahead of you to the table and puts a drink down in front of D. Okay, what can I get for you?
Ale. As Nineveh sets their massive frame down on one of the benches, and it groans and creaks in protest.
Just an ale?
Yes, please.
Okay, what can I get for you, honey?
I'll take the same thing.
All right, 2 ales. I'll be right back with those. She heads off to the bar.
As she turns to head off, Dee's gonna kind of tap her on the back, and I can roll sleight of hand, but he kind of wants to keep this on the DL. He's gonna pass her 5 gold coins.
Yeah, go ahead and roll sleight of hand. See if the other 2 notice.
5 gold. Holy shit.
Stealth or thievery?
Conceal an object would be stealth.
Okay, 19.
Okay.
It's against everybody's perception DC.
That
right?
is my perception DC is 19. So yeah, make it.
I mean, it's not a big deal if you see it. It's more of like, as a guy who hasn't paid his tab in places.
Trying not to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think if you hit my DC, you pass. So Nineveh doesn't notice.
Yeah, the roller wins the ties.
Okay.
She quickly comes back with those 2 ales and sets them down. All right, let me know if you need any
Self.
Let me know.
Let me know if you see an ale. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, we just kind of talk differently over here.
All right, let me know if you need anything else. And then she backs off.
So Croak, again, he's kind of just like pulling these trinkets off his arm, and he's like undoing all of these like belts and pulling the sleeves back, and you the people sitting closest to him at the table will start noticing that there's like large growths coming off of his arm, and as he like pulls out a knife, and these growths are like barken almost. They have like a texture of like a tree.
Made of dogs.
Yes, they're made of dogs.
My dogs are
These
barking.
dogs are just screaming. And then Croak takes a knife and he kills the dogs.
Everyone claps.
He takes a knife and he starts basically just like carving these things off him and just like cutting them off and just like throwing them down on the table.
Can I do a heal check on that?
Sure.
Yeah, I think Nineveh would see it and would be interested. God damn it. 22. That's a 13 medicine.
A 13. Yeah, you've never seen anything quite like this.
Yeah, I bet. 2.
Damn.
Is Nyren here or no? Nyren's still.
As you're looking around, you see Nyren's introverted ass standing at the entrance, just awkwardly You know, it's just like me when I go to a really busy place. I fucking hate walking around and trying to find my people.
Yeah.
He's just standing there like, So that's what he's doing. He's standing just trying to find you guys.
You can see a big metal-clad arm just waving at you above the crowd.
And you just see in his face like this huge relief, and he hurriedly walks to the table.
You still have the kobolds with you?
Yes.
I imagine, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, guys, they're over here, this way.
And Nineveh's going to lean towards you, Croak. Again, the table kind of groaning under the weight. And very quietly just ask,
It's a nasty wound. What's the story?
Perhaps it's a stampede you're hearing, the suck of hooves in mud, the snorts of beasts which pierce like arrows through ghost white pines. Or perhaps it is the sound of war, of drums with heads of skin stretched thin, the beating of mallets and the bleating of hounds, the pounding of fists upon cracking doors. Or perhaps it is something smaller. Drink this, she says, and her voice is like the sunrise. We have to slow your heart rate. So permanent and searing, you know it like you know your own skin. It colors your eyes, fills the space between your teeth. It has claimed the most intimate parts of you. You are dying. You stand before a mirror and you do not see yourself. You see your father. He looks down at you. He is dressed in his finest military attire, and the constellations of metals upon his dark jacket rivals those of the cosmic caravan. When he smiles, his teeth are daggers. When he speaks, his voice is a war drum. I cannot stop the bleeding, she says. Your arm and your leg, there. And it's as if your limbs vanish with her words. They called it unprecedented, unique, a first for the Horde, a Kelek Mar issued by fathers, but a duel for honor fought by their sons. Stadreg, the son of the stone, Krilk, the son of the snake. Should Yilral guide my hand, she says, the Innes wood may save him. And you see her drag you from the pile of waste and corpses, see the gnarled wall of the encampment of your home, and you see the stars pinned upon the jacket of the sky. Eventually the warmth of the hut consumes you, and it bleeds into the softness of a blanket, to the scent of spice, to the grinding of herbs beneath stone. You sleep upon the precipice of a cliff. Below is a calm darkness, a blackness like velvet, an embrace. A forest of tremendous pine and fir reaches out from the other direction, and you fill with terror as the edges of that dark canopy lean over you, as roots snake upon the cold stone and kiss your face. There is a cost to this, she says. And as she holds a gnarled curve of painted wood before your blurring eyes, you can just make out the articulated joints of a finger. Even with my wards, the sap will eventually consume you.
Wow.
cool story.
Yeah, I want to know more.
Dude.
So what does Croak say to Nineveh
He says, can I have a pee-pee?
as he comes out of
Touch me.
that kind of recollection?
What did you say again? I'm trying to remember.
That's quite a wound. What's the story?
This was a gift from a good friend of mine who helped me out after I lost my limbs. It's a tool to help me get my mobility back.
A prosthesis.
Yes.
Can I do a crafting check to appraise it? If you'd let. Nineveh holds out a hand to your arm. There we go. That's a 30.
Whoa.
So
Do I give him like the explanation of it, or is that something
if you had anything else you wanted to share about it, then yeah. Sure.
If you'd like
It's
to.
enough to where. So, we can back and forth this. So, like Nineveh, gingerly in these large metallic hands, holds your arm and like gently rotates it, inspecting the mechanisms that kind of make it work. I imagine there's a great deal of care and craftsmanship that went into making it.
Mm-hmm.
And as they inspect,
Yeah. So you notice that there are like white painted wards all over it, and in the areas where the wards have either like kind of worn down with age or where there is like a great degree of separation, that's where the growths are moving through, are kind of growing through. And I don't know if you would know exactly what the wards are.
I could roll a check on that if you'd like, because there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
But the
Familiar with
crafting,
magics.
but at least the crafting of it, you can tell that it's wood. It's completely wood worked, but it seems as if there is a magical element that's coming from these wards.
Nyron sits down. Hi, guys. Krill, what is wrong with your arm?
Wait, what are you talking about?
That!
Don't yell at the cripple.
He sees the flakes
Stop.
of bark and stuff on the table.
did you want to roll a check, or I've got?
I could start by asking and see what I get first, and if not, then maybe. I think while inspecting, one of Nineveh's mechanical fingers will just trace along one of the runes.
Are you familiar with the nature of the magic on your arm?
Yeah, I am. It's elvish.
They have been around a long time. Perhaps one of them could repair your wards for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's I don't know if I want them repaired.
Why?
D gives like a side eye for a second at the arm.
Say something, D. Say something about it.
Yeah, you may not even notice. You're in combat.
Yeah, some things are better left broken.
According to the teachings of Aurori, we are all at birth and forward imperfect beings, constantly subjected to flaw, like a great chisel carving away stone. Bit by bit we lose pieces of who we are, and there is great pain in the process. But when the carving is done, if done with purpose and good intent, that which is left behind will be the very model of perfection. So ask yourself, young one, are you perfect with or without? And regardless of your answer, you should strive for that perfection.
Personally, I don't think that anyone can be perfect if they're not a follower of Dahak, so maybe you should just cut your arm off and maybe get a robot one.
Oh, get a robot one?
Yeah. Have you seen the robots?
I have
Pretty
seen-
cool.
The robots are pretty nice. Yeah.
And maybe think about following Dahak. I don't know.
Where's the waitress? Have y'all ordered yet?
Yeah, right then, she would walk up.
Strawberry margarita, please.
Yeah, we don't sell strawberry margaritas here.
Oh, no.
They only have the mango, I checked.
You can get liquor, or you can get an ale. What do you want?
Liquor?
He looks at everybody like, is this a good choice?
All right, I'll get you some whiskey. I'll be back.
D pushes his empty glass forward.
Without, like, even a stutter or looking, she grabs your glass as she turns away.
So Dahak, why don't you tell us a little bit about why should I follow Dahak?
Well, because Dahak's a dragon.
Does Dahak follow Dahak? Because how could Dahak be perfect if Dahak does not follow Dahak?
Dahak doesn't need to follow anyone because he's Dahak.
What? You just said that no one could be perfect if they did not follow Dahak.
Yeah, but that's an exception for Dahak because he is Dahak.
Oh, perfect.
D scribbles really quickly, puts his book down, and slides it towards Nineveh, and it says, "Most dragons do." Not in the sense of most dragons follow Dahak,
Oh,
but they love themselves.
I was gonna say, it was like, do people not like Tiamat anymore? Sorry, Tiamat.
Everyone
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Hey, mate.
The bartender comes back, gently sets down the drink, another ale in front of D, and then slides the glass across to Nyron.
Thank you.
I lost my brain for a second because I'm looking at the hawk. Slides the short glass over to Nyron.
If you change your mind,
Before that, so she sets the drink down.
Oh, I'll shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you guys are always interrupting me.
Sorry. So she'll set the drink down. She'll slide the drink across to Nyron, and then she will lean in and whisper something into Dee's ear, and you see her hand something to him.
As if it had never happened and never been interrupted, Nineveh says,
if you change your mind, I could look into how to potentially repair your runes. Or, if possible, perhaps I could even produce you a new prosthesis, one which would not rely on elven magic.
Well, the problem with the whole repair bit is that these tools of mine are kind of bound to my body, and any removal will kill me. The wood belongs to a tree which has a very caustic property. So
Does it do anything for you, or?
it lets me have an arm where I did not have an arm.
Fair enough. Pretty cool.
It is Irori's way that there is always a way. The world is old. The old elves are old, and I said that weird.
The old elves.
The elves are old. Their magic's older. But the world is older still. We have seen, our people, the ways of our world. There may be a way, but only if you choose that path. Now, who's got a good drinking story?
At that, D's gonna stand up and he's gonna tap his hand on the table 2 times, finish off the new drink, and go off in the corner. And you'll see him pull a stool over and get comfy on it.
He doesn't like stories.
I would like to hear a good drinking story. I'm here too.
Oh, Alec.
Oh,
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Alec!
Hi. Sorry, I was
In the bathroom, a little bit of Taco Bell last night.
I was just listening to everyone else talk. I'm a bit of a people watcher, if you will.
Why don't you start with the drinking stories, Alec?
I don't have any drinking stories. I'm just an armager.
we don't drink.
We don't drink. That's why I haven't ordered anything.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
Perhaps you would like to retire early?
I'm okay. Thank you though. I'll just be here.
There's one time my friends and I fought a little 1-inch man. It's pretty-
Yes, we were there for that. And I was-
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And also, we're not your friends.
I miss the frog. Where's the frog?
A 1-inch man? What kind of man is 1 inch?
Oh, Nineveh. Show them.
Nineveh produces the small automaton.
He wanted us to take him with us. So I did.
Whoa. I don't think that's 1 inches. You know what? I don't think that's 1 inches. Zara says it's not 1 inches.
I think Nineveh gets a little excited at the idea of somebody being interested in the little automaton and kind of leans down really close holding it, and she's kind of pointing to different parts, being like,
Look at the small, intricate design that they have. Each of the little articulated parts, even the fingers at such a size.
Well, Nineveh does that, and she or they lower their hand, their big metal hand. I just want you to imagine these tiny little kobold claws holding onto the side of it and looking and just being like, oh.
Yeah, and the finger opens up to like smaller little metal arms that have like smaller metallic like claws basically, and they're using the tiny fingers within the finger to point at the small parts.
Their little baby claws and their little noses just looking over, peeking over, looking at the little metal man.
Oh, you guys didn't get anything. Do you guys want something?
Yes, wine. Wine.
Is wine good?
Yes.
I think they only have liquor and ale here.
Oh.
She must have been mistaken. No self-respecting establishment would not offer wine.
Let's call her over.
I'll fire off a flare.
Here we are.
Just rocket jump.
The bartender comes back. And as she's walking back, she's kind of talking to somebody behind her, and she turns around. Yeah, what? What can I get for you?
Do y'all have wine?
Wine. I have one wine. A red.
Oh. Yeah, we'll take 3. Anybody else want a wine?
Dogs, please. 3 wines. Gotcha. Please.
Just let dogs walk around in here. I mean, that's fine. I like doggies. Come here, doggy.
Yeah, you see her head off to the bar, and she's pouring the drinks, and there's some drunken man just yelling sad stories at her, and she's just smiling and nodding.
Nineveh pushes their flagon of ale over to Croak.
I don't drink.
Krilk takes it and says, I do. And drinks.
So I heard that you got wine. Can I have your
Oh,
whiskey?
no, you don't drink
Oh,
either.
yes, please. I'm afraid. Take it,
thanks.
Alec. Take it.
Wait,
I'm
Alec-
uncomfortable in places like this.
Me too.
Wait, so you do drink? Alec?
Nineveh snatches the glass, dumps it on the floor. Just kidding.
Yes, I do drink. I'm not familiar with an establishment like this.
All right, well, cheers, you stiff bastard.
Cheers. Clink.
Sticky mugs.
She brings over the 3 wines and quickly sets them down.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any food?
I've got peanuts. I've got bread.
All right, so that's quite the assortment. I'll do both of those.
You want peanuts and bread?
Yes, yeah, if you can spare it.
Okay. She, it doesn't take her long. She just kind of like steps over to the side to that kind of built-in that I talked about. She opens the door, steps in there real quick, and in a few minutes, she comes out with a bowl of peanuts and just a loaf of bread and just sets that on the table.
Are these peanuts shelled?
Nope.
They're unshelled? Okay.
Can
Oh, sorry. Yes, they are shelled.
They are shelled. Okay.
can I do?
I forget that's what that means.
What?
Shelled means no shell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I do a very
I'm-
dumb crafting check to?
We're new here.
Hold on.
I know. I was also thinking of them as shelled. Are they covered in a shell?
English. English.
I think Nineveh for a moment is like,
Oh, you should try this.
and takes the peanuts, and I would like the crafting check to see if I can turn it into peanut butter
Okay.
to put on the bread. I don't think it'd be hard. It's just mashing.
No, I don't think it'd be hard either.
It's a 30.
Just like rocket
Oh, yeah.
punching it.
Pretty much. I think Nineveh takes
yeah.
it in one hand, and then with the other one just,
Yeah, the
macerates them.
smoothest peanut butter.
and then with that hand just smears it on the bread, and is like,
When I was a child, this was one of my favorite treats.
Croak will take it and smells it, moves it around obnoxiously.
Nineveh's
then-
like gesturing with both
and then
hands, like,
takes-
go on, try it.
You
Takes a
know
bite.
peanut butter is one of the best smells.
Yes.
Yeah, it is very.
Sorry to the allergens out there.
But as Croak
Man,
bites
it's a
into
good
it,
smell.
it like sticks. It's just like so dense, it just like holds his mouth together for a second.
Isn't it
That is
unlike
very-
anything?
That is very good.
Can I try it?
Which one are you again?
I'm Pip.
Croak will take like a little piece off and give it to him.
He grabs it and for Zarf.
Croak will take another little piece and hand it to him.
And for Niven.
Croak just eats it, shoves the whole thing in his mouth, and then washes it down.
And for Alec.
It's already gone. But Croak takes a
Alec
handful.
wants a kiss.
Croak takes a handful of peanuts and looking over at D. Is D playing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Croak is. Can I roll like a
Yes.
Let's see. I don't know which one it would be.
Could throw a
Throw a
peanut at
bomb.
him.
Yeah, I
Throw a
want to see.
bomb.
I want to
Your
see if I
bomb
can
throw.
hit him. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
just treat it like a bomb.
Yeah. Has splash damage too.
This poor guy just playing a great show in the background this whole time during our tomfoolery, and you get to pelt him.
21 to hit.
And that'd just be my regular. Because
Probably your flat-footed AC.
AC.
yeah, that would hit.
Okay.
15 points of damage.
No,
hope
so
not.
And you're on fire.
it's just one peanut. It's just one peanut, Matt. He just throws. Croak just throws one peanut, and it just hits D right in the forehead.
I'm thinking it's like, I know he doesn't have a guitar, but if he had a guitar, the hole in the guitar, the peanut goes in there and just clattering for the rest of the adventure.
It's the worst. You're about to get like magic missiled in the head.
Krill,
Just
roll,
toss. Okay.
roll a will save.
All right. Oh shit. 9.
That's gonna be a failure. Let me see here.
Might be a crit fail.
I hope not.
You're dead.
Do you just kill me? Like my brain explodes.
Shit, I don't remember how to calculate this per.
Should be class DC.
Yeah, 19 is the DC.
So that's a critical fail.
Okay, so what happens?
I thought so because my class DC is 19. So I was like, I think that's a crit. Paralyzed for 8 days.
I'm gonna choose to not do the damage because it could be huge,
It's one peanut.
but I want the effect. The spell is called Warrior's Regret. Regret eats away at the target's mind, punishing it for its violence until it ceases its hostility. The target must attempt a will save. That's what you did. If you don't cease hostility, you're going to take 1d8 damage every 3 seconds.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So something like just immediate regret after hitting me with the peanut.
Yeah. So as soon as the peanut hits, the Croak is like overwhelmed by the beauty of the melody, and just like his eyes, like a little bit of tears well up, and he just like drinks to like quell the emotions.
He's so sensitive. Wow.
And after that,
He's quite good.
Nyron feels something scrape against his leg. Not bad, just like a.
Just a knife.
No!
He looks down under the table.
There's a very small formed figure wrapped in a cloak. Oh, I'm sorry.
Friend!
Nyron picks him up, sets him on the table.
Careful. I do not come out. It's kind of a thing, but, Dee's busy. I'm here.
You do now. This wine is actually
Yeah.
pretty sweet. Try it.
Looks over at Dee. I'm good. I'm okay. I don't even know if that would work, really.
Can you even drink, Frog?
It's weird. It'll happen, but nothing happens. I have no want to eat or drink, so I just want to be here and hang out with you guys.
I wonder if that's why frog tastes so bad.
Yes, actually.
Because you do not eat or drink. You have no fat or the flavor from the alcohol.
Yes.
Not tasty.
Cribbit grits its teeth. Imagine Cribbit looking kind of like Yoda, first time Yoda. The big hood and just like completely
Thought
covered.
you're talking like a shriveled Muppet.
I mean, kind of. But no, when you first meet him before you see the
Yeah.
who Yoda is, just covered, kind of trying to do a Nineveh thing. Like
You could pass as
"I'm
like a
here."
halfling or a dwarf or something, another
Yeah.
small creature.
Not a translucent black and turquoise, strange ghostly figure. So what are we doing?
Tell me about D. I feel bad. Once again, I'm going to say I can't read, so I can't really talk to him at all.
Well, I guess that's what I'm here for, huh?
Yeah. What's his deal? I know that's a broad question, but
I've known D for a long time. Well, I can tell you about the first time I met D. I was at the local fishing spot next to the barbarian hut, and I was fishing. I was just fishing for a really long time, and then I was here. Not here, but in this place. It's hard to explain, but where I'm from it feels a lot more flat than this. This is vivid, and there's textures and things. But it's like, I mean, you can see, like, pulls his hand out. Like, I'm not really here. Anyway, D brought me here, and we've been in contact ever since.
are you dead?
I don't think so. Not where I'm from. Where I'm from, I'm green. Green, like you would think a frog is, right?
Yeah.
Most frogs.
Are you here?
Is-
Oh, go ahead.
Is Cribbit like the same species as these frog people we saw, or just something completely fucking different? Just by looking at
Cribbit
him?
looks a little different. A little bit more rounded than the frogs that we saw.
At that moment, the bartender comes back. She picks up empties and asks if anyone would like anything else.
Cribbit hangs his head low, and I'm not here.
Krilk grabs the dish of peanuts and he's like, not really making eye contact, and just like tries to hand them back.
She
so
takes
guilty.
the peanuts. Okay, did you want anything else?
No, just
or-
take them away.
Oh, like
Okay.
four wines, please.
4 wines.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Who else? It's on me. This round's on me.
And a drink,
Alec, you want some more liquor?
a drink on me for the elf and the guitar, the elf playing the music.
D
So-
stops playing music and goes, yes, yes, rubbing the hands together.
4 wines? How many
Yeah.
wines?
4 wines. What'd you say it was? Whiskey or something? One of those. Nineveh doesn't drink, but Nineveh, what do you want? Nothing? Or you want to give Krilk the drink? Or
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
sorry, I feel dizzy. This is good wine.
Cribbit looks over at D and looks down at the table. One for me too.
Okay, so we've got 5 wines?
5 wines,
5 wines. Okay, and take the peanuts away.
please.
And a whiskey for Alec.
And a whiskey for the tall, handsome one.
Krilk
Okay.
feels a weight lifted.
Those peanuts.
Fuck, I'm hungry.
The wait or the bartender will lean in to Nyren really quickly as she's picking up his glass and say, "It's not wise to seek secrets, and honest not to reveal one." And then
Oh, this is pretty funny. Never mind. I don't take it back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for cutting in. Because it was a critical failure, you must atone for your sins for the next 24 hours.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Sorry. But you won't take any damage.
Yeah, so Naren just has this confused look on his face, like, I don't...
What do you mean?
And she walks away, coming back with 5 wines, setting them down, and swiftly walking to the next table.
I don't think she wants people to know that they have wine here.
What could the big deal be?
I don't know. Here's your wine. Here's your wine. Here's your wine.
So you were saying, Nineveh says to Cribbit,
Where were you the first time you were here?
Flashbacks. There was a stone walls. It was dark. We were going fast. We had to take a horse. And we were just going so fast. I don't really remember. It was weird. Being taken away from... I come from a really calm place. The other... I guess another realm? I don't know. Just another place, but it looks different from here. And then...
That's how it felt when I got taken from my horde. Shut up, Zarf.
Cribbit remembers that. Holds on to that. We were just moving very fast. I feel like it might have been a small town. I was covered when we were leaving. Smothered. And covered.
Sorry.
It was late at night. It was a Waffle House, 2 a.m.
we were moving so quick, I was animal style.
How long ago was it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to understand. Did the elf take you from somewhere? Because that's a real elf thing to do.
Well, that's the thing. I was brought here, but, just before I was down here under the table, I was back home. I can always go back home, but when I'm here, it's always somewhere new. Wherever D is.
And do you have a family back home? A little Mrs. Frog? Or Mr. Frog?
No, I just I fish, cut down trees. We just kind of do things for the town, But I don't really have anybody, except for D.
How did I come to be here with all of you?
You were there when I was on the horse with D. In the closed state that I saw you in. This is the first time I've seen you walk and talk. It's been a long time. I just don't know how long. But he had you with him and other trinkets and stuff. He's been getting by on selling things for a long time until we found Breach Hill. He never let you go, though.
I wonder why.
I wouldn't know.
And what's your story, Nyron?
I've been in town for a couple months or so. I can't remember how long.
It's not common to see someone like you around here.
Oh yeah, I'm from the Mwangi.
How'd you get here from the Mwangi?
Lot of walking. Traveled for almost a year, I think.
Why here?
I just kind of fell upon the place. I went from city to town. Got rejected. I pretty much got rejected until I came here and people were cool. And I need to go back home, bring my family here. That was the plan, but now there's cultists. It's not very safe here right now.
How did you fall in with your buddies from before? The crew of heroes that.
Oh. Well, one of them was in a nursing home. I'd go visit him every once in a while. Very sweet man. I shouldn't have let him out that day.
It makes sense you would be friends with senior citizens.
I just love that the rogue is the most noble, the
Yeah.
pervert was the kindest, and the coward was the most brave.
I think it's excellent, dude.
It is.
It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
You see things like a child, Nyrin.
Or it's commentary on how you romanticize people after they die.
That's true too.
First time. That's why I don't touch this stuff. That's why I'm glad Alec took the whiskey. First time I ever had whiskey was with Sir Karen. And we went cow tipping. Glorious time. Poor cows. I'll never do it again. I was drunk. But it was a good time.
The Sir Karen, he was a knight?
Yes. Highest of them all.
Why would anyone provide a monetary gift to a cow?
Well,
Nineveh, it's like when you go up to a cow. I've never done it, but I know.
Yeah, we know that you haven't done it, Alec.
But it's when these
You don't drink either.
scoundrels, I do. These scoundrels go up to cows and they push on them and they fall over to their side.
while they're sleeping.
So it's like they tip over. That's why it's cow tipping.
Why would someone assault a cow while it sleeps?
I was drunk. I regret everything.
Why does anybody do bad things, Cribbit?
The times they have changed.
The froggy cannot handle his alcohol.
Well, if you could see it, there would just be like a dark pool.
In his belly.
Yeah.
Just sloshing around.
Haha, weaker.
Oh yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Cool.
Thanks.
Cribbit.
I've been known to drink some alcohol here and there, actually.
Cool.
Me and
All
Zarf,
right.
we had some alcohol in our hoard. What do you think about that? Bet you don't have alcohol in your hoard.
Krilk waves down the waitress again.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Yeah, can we get more, we're gonna get more wine for the frog and the two, dragons. They're you guys are dragons, right?
Dragons.
Yeah, dragons.
Okay.
Yeah,
More wine
Yeah.
for the frog
yeah. Or, well, yeah.
and the dragons.
frog.
Yeah.
Anyone else want anything more? To
Bottle
drink?
service.
Bottle service.
Bring the bottle.
Okay, so for bottle service, that is an upfront payment of 8 gold.
Never mind.
Okay. Glad we understand.
And
So
what
did
is your
you-
political stance on the ideation of tipping cows?
I don't agree.
Wait, what are you giving them money for?
Does anyone else want a drink?
I'll take one. I'll take an ale.
An ale.
Do you have fruit juice? I already asked that. Never mind. Wine, please.
Another wine. Okay. 4
you
wines.
must-
Okay, I'll be right back.
You must be drunk. Nyrin?
Maybe.
All right, so Frog, what do you think of D now that you've got a little bit of honesty in you?
I don't have to think of D. I just know D. We have a connection. We don't even. I mean, you've seen. He doesn't talk. Crip is just like arms are just going up in the air, kind of pointing around. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Can you just tell him that I'm really sorry that I flicked a peanut at him? I want to make sure he knows that.
D holds a note, like just. Oh yeah, he knows. He knows. I know he's all dark and he smells bad and he might seem kind of rough, but I don't have a good vocabulary, but it's a very serious and strong person there. I would give me my life.
Okay, all right.
Poor little guy. Have some more wine.
Oh, fuck yeah!
He does not know how to drink a wine.
I think he knows
doesn't
exactly how to drink a wine.
Naren's also crying. He knows. You don't know how to drink.
So Krilk will turn to Nineveh and basically be like, "All right, robot, let's hear it. What even are you? Like, is there a person in there? Do you got like something working the levers?"
Are you the 1-inch man?
Nineveh seems a little taken aback.
Of course there is a person in here. Not literally.
Not a 1-inch
I-
man.
This is a construct. In my time, the Jiska Imperium was the peak of technological and moral advancement in the world. We were the first of men, the ones who climbed up from the dirt, and from it bore an impossibly beautiful and powerful nation. Our influence spread across the world.
The Jiska spread?
I just see Cribbit on the table with a loaf of bread.
Just munching.
Smothered in peanut butter.
Yeah, he is still on the table.
Our people followed the teachings of Aurori, for he was a Gurundi like us. A normal man. Imagine. A mortal made flesh and blood, who believed so strongly and so fiercely in the pursuit of the perfected form that he ascended to godhood. All of our people thought to follow suit. And as our society grew, as our technology, our power and influence grew, we too sought perfection. We sought, like Aurori, to shed our mortal coil and become something more. These, gestures to themselves, were the next logical step. There was great resistance, for who would give up their own flesh and blood for the pursuit of perfection? And yet, at the same time, who would not?
So are you perfect?
No,
Oh,
merely on the path.
But you did. You were in pieces, and you're still here.
So you were in pieces?
It was incredible.
Yeah, do the head thing.
Oh, what's the head thing?
Nineveh's head detaches. Little legs popping out from sockets inside the neck,
Ah,
And
I
the
don't
head.
like it.
supported by crab-like legs, skitters down the body and onto the table, walking around in turn as they continue to speak.
Why does it do that?
No, look, it's cool as shit.
I don't like it.
Naren will look down the hole where the head was.
There's actually no hole. It's a solid grooved out piece of metal that has 6 sockets for each of the crab-like legs
Oh.
that, as they insert themselves, form together to form some pseudo neck.
Cool.
Is it micro USB or USB-C? I heard they're trying to make it all one now.
Yes, but they offer different data transfer rates and different charging levels. Some cords only charge, others transfer data. Some do both, but not at consistency. It was supposed to simplify things, and they just fucked it all up.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that. I just thought they were trying to make it smaller and
It was
trying
a
to get
dark
money.
time.
Yeah.
What's
Whoa.
a cord?
No, it's okay. There's just some things that people aren't meant to know.
It's when two people
It's
agree.
okay.
Like on the guitar?
It's a musical, yeah.
Anyway, back to my cool backstory.
I'm loving this.
Da, 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 da.
Those of us who served in the Imperium's forces, those of the Legius, were offered an opportunity to become more. And we did so readily. The process was intensive. Suffice to say, our souls were ripped from our very essence, torn like so many threads. But before they could wither away and vapor into the ether, we were grabbed, harnessed, and poured into our new mechanical shells. We felt invincible. And on the battlefield we were. We would use Aurora's teachings to bring perfection to the uncultured and tainted wastes, forming city after city, empire stretching ocean to ocean. But we failed Aurora's most basic teaching. We became so sure as an empire that we had attained our perfection. We sought, instead, to profiteer, to enjoy the wealth and personal achievement, pride, greed, avarice. And in the end we fell, partly from the outside. Economic rivals that slowly grew in their own ways, magics, technology. But inevitably it was our own hubris that caused us to fall. In a world that changed around us when we refused to change anymore.
And the head walks back up and sockets itself back.
Croak. Yeah, the head thing.
Yeah, Crivet's just kind of leaning forward, like really into the story. The music stops. Dee stands up, walks by the table, and Crivet says, "Okay, guys, we have a room for the night. Dee's gonna clean up. Where should we meet up in the morning?"
Let's meet at the market. I would very much like to see the world of today when it is alive most.
Yeah, I'll be needing to get some supplies so the market works for me.
I too need supplies.
Oh,
It's past my bedtime.
Nineveh.
It's 8:02.
Yeah.
Nineveh. Actually, looks back at Dee. You can stay with us for the night. You know, if you can compact yourself. Dee would actually prefer it. You are a strange sight out here.
I need some time to do some research. But being around people who have been around me longer than I them is probably safest.
Yeah, that room back there. We'll be back there. Dee grabs onto the hood of Cribbet's cloak and just pulls away a rag. Cribbet has vanished, and Dee goes to the back room.
That's fucking cool. I could see that. Just little like puff of cloud.
Yeah. So yeah, Dee's gonna go back to a back room. He's got a key. He opens it.
And Nineveh will follow.
To the rest of you, good night. Ponder well on your path to perfection. Pray that it does not lead you astray.
Nyron's asleep in his chair, still holding the glass of wine.
I fell asleep the first 3 words of the story.
Just head backwards in the chair.
Some guy at the bar is like, "Oh, 6th person to fall asleep." There's just like all these heads down.
Croak will look around for the waitress and look at the numerous glasses that are on the table.
She's been picking glasses.
No. Just taking in just the sheer potential cost of the evening. And I don't know. I don't think Croak saw the money go down or whatever from D. So just looks around, and then stands up and just walks out.
Leave Nyron there.
And then Alec quickly does the same. And the kobolds are already following quickly behind Croak.
Y'all are gonna have to break Nyron out of jail in the morning.
You got 15 gold, dude. You're done. You're good.
If anything, they'll search your pockets and push you over.
Yeah, in order for you to rack up that amount of... no. You're good. That's plenty.
No, I mean falling asleep in public, and I don't know what the rules are here, but
Hey,
Well, if they
man.
can't wake you up and kick you out, then
yeah.
they'll probably put you in a room and then charge you for the room. That's
He'll
what I
ev-
would do.
Yeah, he'll eventually wake up as the server's cleaning the table. Looks around, everybody's gone.
Oh,
You wake up on a chair outside.
Drag the chair.
As like if we flash back to she gets back there, she sees all the glasses. She picks up all the glasses and she just gets behind the chair and pushes it, and you can look at the chair behind you and there's just drag marks straight out the door. She just pushes you out
Oh god.
and leaves you there.
I was gonna say, like, how many drag marks are there leading to the to the front?
It'd be funny if there's just a moment where it's like the throng of the bar is still going in the background. It's focusing on like all the people talking, and then there's like a dung dung type noise, and it's just bright as fuck with you and like 6 other chairs just out parked in the middle of the fucking, like, for lack of a better word, parking lot. And it's fucking morning already.
Yeah.
You and 6 other drunks are just
Yeah.
parked out there.
Which is actually perfect because Nyron does sleep outside.
You gotta get that sun, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, after he has a good meal, he finds a big rock to lay on, just spreads out on the rock.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I said it, but the way I envision lizard folk, they're marine iguanas from the Galapagos Islands. Those big black iguanas that go swimming and stuff. All they eat is algae at the bottom of the sea. They're fucking cool. That's what I based Nyron off of.
That's crazy, dude.
I like
Same thing for Croak. It was the iguanas.
No, stupid.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
nuts, dude.
man.
Small world.
That's the same thing for
Thinking the
Alec,
same thing
actually.
about hobgoblins.
All they eat is algae.
So where do the rest of you stay for the night?
So Croak is going to the archives, and when he notices that Alec and the kobolds followed him out, just almost as like fast as he can go, is like cutting through streets to try and like
Just
lose
right fucking
people.
there, dude.
Sprints once he's out the door.
Yeah, and makes his way to the archives, where he has a place to stay and sleep.
I think Nineveh spends probably about, let me think, sorry. About 5 hours of the 8-hour rest is spent inspecting and dissecting the small automaton.
Cool.
Just attempting to understand the mechanisms that make that particular model function. I can roll checks if you need a check, but it's just going to be the constant project for a while. So they would be quietly whirring away. There'd probably be like small pulses of light as their tiny mechanical fingers come out and are like electrically cutting away at bits of the automaton until about 3 hours before waking. They would go into a standby mode in which they shrunk down, and then an hour before rising, they would get up and begin meditation.
You notice on the little automaton, he is missing one of his little tiny hands.
Okay.
We'll go back and find it.
What if the boys take his hand? It's irrelevant. The hand is not the part of the major function.
But god damn it.
But goddamn it,
But you do, however,
that's
notice
part of the model.
that one of his little tiny articulate hands is missing.
I actually would like to do a crafting check just to see if I, as just like a yes or no for like learning things about it.
Okay.
It's a 20.
What are you trying to learn about it?
The nature of the soul magics that bound a soul to an automaton. That's the end goal. So maybe part of it might be analysis of the mechanics of it, like for like making the automaton or like how that works, and then part of it might be trying to understand the nature of soul magic.
We'll just go ahead and say you learned some things, and I'll get back to you on the mechanics of binding a soul.
That's completely fair. And this is not like a one-time thing. This is going to be. I don't imagine you just like fucking rip open a Rubik's cube and you go, ah, there you go. Kind of like a,
Yeah.
you learn bits and pieces to a grander understanding.
Do we sleep soundly, Felicia?
Well, Croak manages to to dodge the
Did I lose him? Yeah. Do I need to roll like a check for that? Or-
no
Okay.
the
all right.
kobolds and Alec, and so Alec is spending the night at the Wizard's Grace with 2 kobolds asleep in open drawers
Nice.
Nice.
as he stays up late polishing his armor. Nyrin asleep in a chair outside of the Pickled Ear. Krilk asleep in his bed back at the archives, and D.
I have one. I do have like a little closer.
Okay.
D in the room to which he was given a key to goes into a bathing area, shuts a door behind him, removes his large coat, his pants, all of the junk that he has on him, and then you see an extremely gaunt man, like skin wrapping around his ribs, and a very big circular it looks like a burn, but for anyone in these ages would know that this is a magical burn just across his chest.
And what does it look like?
Like a big, it's like it got a really dark ring and just burnt inside and outside of that ring. Just all across his chest.
That kind of like almost like webbing, scorched, semi-melted flesh type of scar.
Yeah. But a very solid
Ring.
ring around. Yeah. And he gets in the bath.
We zoom out from D in the bathroom under the bathroom door to a lit candle on a table as a hand slides a plate with a roast bird, some bread, and closes the door. And that's the end of our story.
Yippee.
Starry.
I love the
Wow.
bar.
We're in Breach Hill.
Yay!
Crazy.
See you next time.
See you tomorrow.
posers.
Just kidding.
Later,
We'll see you in like
posers.
3 months, probably.
Oh, there it is.
This is the point, like right when I want to keep playing.
Yes,
course.
I know.
It's always after the.
No.
And
Yeah,
we have to
but
work
it's
tomorrow. I know.
7 and it's way past Zach's
It's the
bedtime.
same
'cause
thing
he's
every
a
time, guys.
world
Yeah,
time.
otherwise he's gonna wake up on a chair
Sitting.
outside.
Can't blame Zach for being young, dumb, and full of cum.
I surely can.
Ooh.
Okay, bye.
Blame.
Bye.
Young, dumb, cum filled.
Bye-bye.
Stop.
Bye.
You slow. Goodbye.
Slow.
We're sorry.
You slowed.
No.
We're not sorry.
The Cursed Caravan uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc. used under Paizo's community use policy, paizo.com/community use. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. The Cursed Caravan is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We would like to thank Michael Gelfi Studios, the world reference for tabletop RPG audio, for the music and the ambiance. You can find out more about them at michaelgelfi.com. Please check out their Patreon and YouTube channel links in the description. If you like what we do, please rate us 5 stars on your podcast app of choice. It helps us tremendously. You can email us at thecursedcaravan@gmail.com. We have Instagram, The Cursed Caravan Podcast, and Twitter, The Cursed Caravan Podcast @Cursed Caravan. Thank you for listening.